Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this stream of Total War Warhammer 2, and it is time for war! This is the Warden and the Paunch. This is the newest DLC by Creative Assembly. I am still under embargo, so I'm not allowed to review it. I cannot tell you whether I like it or not. I can only show you what is going on. There is a third free LC faction, which I am also not allowed to play as. Have they actually announced that? I've been trying to follow Total War as best as I can, but I cannot remember if they've actually announced who the DLC is. I'm not sure. But the other two are the Warden, which is...
we must preserve this world.
Eltharion, that's his name, Eltharion. And then we also have the Paunch, which is over here, Grom the Paucnh. Lol, wait, not allowed to say if he likes a thing. No, not during a preview, particularly for this. They specifically say, no reviews. Leave the reviews to the reviewers. I'm a streamer, I can only show you stuff. So, we need to make a decision as to whether we wish to play as Grom the Paucnh, who is in this campaign in a tiny new little area just off the Ash River, which is... it's in Araby. So this is going to be amongst the Tomb Kings. Oh, that's kind of interesting. And you will also notice that he's kind of on his own here. He's the only orc, or the only greenskin, in the Vortex campaign. He does have his own victory conditions, and it is primarily against Eltharion, which you are probably not surprised to hear. His faction effects are, he has access to Grom's Cauldron, which is his way of basically buffing himself and his faction up. He's allowed in suitable temperate islands, that's fine. Diplomatic relations, -80 with the High Elves, for some reason. His war has a chance to contain pump wagons in all armies. And global recruitment duration, -1 per turn for goblin units. He has +10 leadership against the elves. His physical resistance is increased by 10 for goblin units in his army. Upkeep halved for chariots and pump wagons. He passively regenerates, so he's very hard to kill. And he has Grom's War instead of the War. And I refuse to pronounce it wag, because this is not a wag, it's a war. That's one of my pet peeves, when people pronounce war as wah. It's not, it's a war. You tell that to surreal beliefs he's allowed to play as him. As the new High Elf? No, he's not. He's doing that wrong if he is. I have the embargo open. And I'm in the same partner level as he is. Anyway, I'm not going to talk about other creators right now. That's their problem, not mine. So, we are playing as Grom, though I am going to take a quick look at Eltharion as well. And we'll just see what he's up about.
Depends upon me.
So he is in charge of Ivresse. He is one of the Dragon Princes, I believe. I don't actually know much about the High Elves. He has access to the Dungeon of Ethereal Tamara. He is the Warden. He is the guy in charge of, I guess, law and order. And that has like an entire mechanic of its own, which does, interestingly, allow you to execute enemy lords. If you capture them, you can execute them. Whether that actually kills immortal lords, I'm not 100% sure about. That is something that needs to be experimented with. But technically, maybe. He can spread the mists of Ivresse, cloaking Eltharion and his allies' lands in a defensive shroud. So he can basically buff up the entirety of that entire island, depending on his actions. He has a -80 greenskin relation, unsurprisingly, because of his rivalry with Grom. He has recruit rank +3 for spear infantry and rangers. He himself is immune to barren wasteland attrition, which basically encourages him to go raiding in the orc territories. He has +8 leadership for spear infantry and rangers, and then 8 melee defense for spear infantry and rangers, and then he causes fear when fighting against the greenskins. So the cool thing about Eltharion is, despite the fact that he starts with Northern Ivresse over here... Oh, that's a point. How does he begin in this? I know more about him in Mortal Empires, because in Mortal Empires...
I fight for the
He still begins with Northern Yvresse. Oh, no, he doesn't. Actually, I think he does. I think he still starts at Northern Yvresse, but he's just like the Dark Elf guy, Malus Darkbane, where he has 2 separate locations, and he also has a outpost in the Badlands. So his thing is going after the orcs while preparing for the orc invasion of Ulthuan. So his special mechanic is he is on a ticking time bomb, which is constantly ticking for when Grom arrives and invades Ulthuan. And if he is not ready, then Ulthuan will basically fall to the orcs. The cool thing about the orcs now, and they have had a massive overhaul, so there's a lot of stuff that's changed. They've got new units, their units function differently, they've been rebalanced, and wars, most importantly, have also been changed. So what is different about the wars? Well, it's really quite cool. And so blindingly obvious that I'm amazed that nobody thought of this before. But you know how wars previously had the main army, and then they would spawn separate armies for the war armies, which would then basically cause all kinds of problems with diplomacy and stuff. Well, they've solved that in one very simple way. An orc war is a 40 stack. Instead of a 20 stack army, it's doubled to making it into a 40 stack army. These things are huge, they are scary, they get loads of free troops that just come pouring in. The more aggressive they are, the more troops that come in. Depending on where the army moves throughout the world, determines what kind of orcs come in to join them. So if they're in the Savage Orc lands, for example, then they'll get Savage Orcs joining us. If they go through the Iron Hills, then they'll get Black Orcs joining them. If they go through the Empire, they'll probably just get normal orcs and maybe goblins. If they go through the mountains, they'll get goblins. So the orcs wars are now suitably terrifying and pretty cool. The other thing about the orcs is they have scrap, which they can collect, and this basically allows them to customize their units. We'll go more into this when we're actually playing, because I don't know exactly how this stuff works, because I just know I know that it's possible, but I haven't actually tried it yet. So, we basically have a choice. We can either play as Grom the Paucnh, which I've basically already decided I'm going to do, or we can play as Altharion of the High Elves. But Grom the Paucnh just sounds more interesting, plus I want to see the Greenskin Overhaul. The question that I have for you guys is, shall we do Grom's campaign on Mortal Empires, where his ambition is to attack... Oh, it's actually always to attack Ulthuan. It's just that here, we have Altharion going after the Badlands, and there is going to be a lot made about the rivalry between Grom and Altharion. Or do we want to do the Vortex campaign?
I am Tyrion, heir of Anarion, Goblin King,
where he starts in Araby and is still trying to go after Ulthuan. The only question here is what exactly Altharion's doing in the meantime, because he can't go after the Badlands. So that is a question. I mean, it is interesting that he starts in a very special location in Vortex, and he starts in a completely different location to most other new factions, being in the desert. So he's like another stone thrown into the problems of that area. He is beautiful. Yeah, it's a pretty good model, isn't he? Wonderful. So we are going to set up a quick poll, and I'll let you guys decide which campaign. Mortal Empires or Vortex? And as always, I am eminently bribable, and you can throw bits or channel points into the mix if you wish to increase the size of your vote. Immortal Empires, can he start in Araby? Can he who? Because Altharion still starts in Ulthuan. And Grom, as we've just seen, starts in the Badlands. These are... Sorry, not the Badlands. These are Araby. Can't see the vote. It should be there. It's open. Hey, Galenus. And just going to double check. Yep, people are voting. We already have far more votes than we have people in chat. So people are successfully bribing. And it is close. It is actually unsurprisingly, completely tied. Thanks, guys. Yes, I did see that Emperor has a release date. I don't want to talk about that now because I'm doing another preview. But yes, I did see that. We'll talk about it in Discord. We now have like 3 times more votes than we have viewers. That's hilarious. It's the best part of voting here. Yeah, bloody ties. I mean, it's close. It's really close. And it's going to come down to the individual vote, I think. People keep trying to match it up, and it keeps on not working. So, question for you guys, because I haven't actually seen this. Once you've laid a vote with bits and stuff, can you increase your vote? Or is it just locked in? Really? Really? So, we have got the Vortex with 269 votes. We have also got Mortal Empires with 269 votes. That's a 50-50 break. So, thank you very much to Daddy Damocles, who contributed 100 bits, and then to also Isdar, who contributed 136,000 channel points. I gather you've been watching a fair amount, Isdar. So, we're just going to do the vote again, because I need an answer here. So, I'm just going to do new poll, and I'm going to say... Go. So, let's get this vote in. Let's make a decision. The longer these votes take, the less that you get to see of the game. Because I'm still going for 4 hours. It is locked because you couldn't do anything after voting. Gotcha. Still having fun though. Yep, fair. Fair. So, get your votes in. Vote, vote, vote. Which way shall we go? Mortal Empires or Vortex? Do 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 do. Voting, voting, voting. Also, yeah, we do have the sound on. It just cuts the sound out. I actually want to see more about what they say, because I keep talking over that.
I am sworn to avenge. The biggest, meanest gobbo ever!
Yeah, forget he's a goblin.
Our future depends upon me.
Everything belongs to Grom.
No rest, no weakness.
Goblin King, for now and ever.
I am sworn to avenge.
The biggest, meanest gobbo
Ever! Okay, so this time, you tried to get this together. We've got the Vortex with 162 votes, and we have Mortal Empires with 164 votes. So, 2 vote difference. Thank you very much to KN Owen for contributing 69,000 channel points, but we do have a winner, so we are doing the Mortal Empires. And I don't remember which one we're on right now. Okay, Mortal Empires, let's do this.
We must preserve this world.
Yeah. Thanks very much for that, Tyrion. Whoops, that's the wrong person. There he is.
Everything belongs to Grom.
Okay, so, war! Call upon additional orc and goblins to field against enemy forces. The underway, greenskins can use the underground tunnels to avoid impassable terrain and enemy forces, and then extensive unit roster with aggressive infantry, fast cavalry, and monsters. And we're going to do my usual difficulty, which is very hard. Go! Having grown weary of binged banqueting and lazing about on his spoil heaps, the massive lump of gobbo known as Grom the Paucnh dreams of conquest once more. The lands of men have not been spared. The Goblin Kings recently reignited ambitions for a ruined nation, and now he finds himself a massive Orcal, a low-lying mountain range in the heart of Bretonnia, having previously been dominated by the Orcs. Having slewn every rival boss in the area, he prepares to cast his gluttonous attentions onto the wider world. With this lockdown, I feel like Grom.
Grom the Paucnh, O ye of the mighty gut, greatest of all goblins. Your war burgeons once more, but the boys' morale is low, and they will need reinvigorating. Fighting the pretentious Bretonians will likely improve their mood. Their lands surround you, but like all men of the old world, they are weak and will easily fall to your horde. Your real trophy lies across the ocean, where in the great city of Tor Ivres, the grim Warden undoubtedly awaits your return. When you are ready, make the crossing and show him that you will not be bested again. The High Elves may have driven you from Ulthuan's shores before, but you are not defeated. Your momentum gathers, mighty Goblin King. Soon, you shall become an unstoppable force once again.
Okay. How they play the Broken Axe. Grom's Cauldron. Grom's insatiable appetite for culinary delights is legendary. Strange and exotic ingredients can be collected for his cauldron by completing certain actions throughout the campaign, such as winning battles, sacking settlements, exploring the seas, or purchasing them from the food merchant. Combining ingredients in Grom's Cauldron can result in powerful recipes, with a variety of benefits for the tribe that last for a number of turns. A war is an unstoppable force that can be unleashed once your faction gains enough reputation. Through winning battles and raising settlements. Once a call to war is targeted against an enemy, additional mobs will flock to your armies for a period of time. Your lord's war battle abilities are temporarily boosted. Raising the enemy's capital within the allotted time or occupying it with the war ends will grant a trophy and rewards in addition to building momentum towards the next call to war. Greenskins know not to waste good battle salvage, actively gathering any parts of scrap they can find after battles or raising settlements. Scrap can be used to upgrade and improve the boys' armaments, research technologies, or fuel Grom's Cauldron. The underway. The Greenskins can sneak through the underway to travel beneath otherwise impassable terrain. Doing so is not without risk, however, as Greenskin armies can be intercepted by armies above and brought to battle, even by races that cannot use the underway themselves. Okay. Right, yes, we have been getting a couple of resubscriptions, so let me just go through all of those. In fact, let me just bring up the notifications. That would probably be a better way of doing this. Let's see. Poe coming in with a 18-month Twitch Prime resubscription. Thank you very much for that, Poet, and also thank you very much for all of the actions that you undertake with your green sword next to your name. I really do appreciate all of the work you moderators do, and just keep being awesome. Like, you are awesome. So thank you very much for that. Then we've also got Humpy coming in with a 21-month Twitch Prime resubscription. Thank you very much for that, Sir Humphrey. Very much appreciate the ongoing support there as well. Greetings, Mordred. Chat. Hello. Then we have Sindrin coming in with 100 bits. That is usually attached to text, which unfortunately the notifications don't show. There it is. How many Imperial Engineers does it take to change a light bulb? Only one. There is a 1 in 6 chance he'll explode. Yeah, I remember those rolls. Not fun. Then we've got a drink tea from Trash Bag. And also from Breadsticks. Lovely. Okay, so Like juicy, low-hanging fruit, there are plenty of places ripe for pillaging within the reach of Grom's chubby digits. Plunder is not all the Goblin King seeks, however. For all corners the world harbour culinary delights, as well as treasure. And like a true connoisseur, Grom wants to sample them all. To get his war going, he'd best start rampaging. So we need to occupy, loot, raise, or sack 4 different settlements. Treasury of 2,000. And we are at war with...
I must keep my holy vow. No!
Who's this? This is Parravon. And they actually start with an army right next to us. Interesting. We're not actually quite where I thought we were. I thought we would be kind of tucked off down here somewhere, but no, we are in the middle of Bretonia. Okay, that will be interesting. Loving the orc voice. The orcs are like the one voice I can do fairly consistently well. Basically just being the London accent, which is where I live, so, you know. I wonder how the advisor guy got in with the orcs. I wonder how he gets in with anyone. I mean, it's always hilarious when he's with, like, Skaven or Chaos. So, what do we have in the army?
Grom the Paucnh!
He is armoured, he's anti-infantry, and he regenerates, which is always hilarious. He starts with 3 units of gobos, 2 units of archers, stone trolls, these are one of the new units, river trolls, these are one of the other new units, and then the snotling pump wagon, which is another new unit. So, you will remember that I didn't want to play this over the weekend because I couldn't do battles. And that was basically any battle which had new units, which is basically Grom's starting army. So kind of glad that I waited just a couple of extra days so I can show you everything. In the meantime, Parravon does have
take me for a churl?
quite a few other
Other
units, but we do start with... It's Fishy! Da Fishy Tiddle Muncher! Oh, I love that. I'm keeping that name. That name is staying. Oh, that's fantastic. We are going to have you joining the army, although I would like to see what your skills are like. So he's a dodgy geezer. Missile resistance plus 10%. Slimy shanks plus 8 hit points and fire resist. Oh, for a troll, that's useful. Teach 'em right. Leadership aura plus 25, leadership aura effect plus 5, so that basically allows him to start actually buffing people's leadership around them. Big battering! Weapon strength plus 10, attacks cause horrible smell effect, reducing leadership, and immortality at level 20. And he's an Aurid mass, hit points plus 3, leadership plus 5. Wild-eyed, melee attack plus 3, so that's just melee attack, that's charge. That's speed, that's conviction. Mither is a hex. Used 3 times per battle for 15 seconds. Massive debuff. AoE debuff. No, single target debuff. On charge speed and speed. So a good way of stopping enemy generals from escaping. Then we've got Fervor, which is weapon strength. More hit points. More leadership aura. Oh no, that's very interesting. So, Soothsaying plus Teach 'em right would make you incredibly good at buffing morale. Huh. Hard to hit, melee attack, and then deadly onslaught. Then we've also got Spirit Leech right. So the Giant River Troll Hags are death mages. So they have Spirit Leech, which is causes damage to combatant, strong versus single combatant. Life Leech improves power recharge. Aspect of the Dread Knight is an AoE leadership buff. Soul Blight, which is an AoE armor and base weapon debuff. Doom and Darkness is an AoE enemy leadership debuff. Pretty hefty one. Evasion is evasion. Then we've got Fate of Juna. Causes damage to combatants, strong versus multiple, so it's the bigger version of Spirit Leech. Purple Sun of Zereus, which is the Vortex. Earthing, Magical Reserves, Arcane Conduit. Then you are the replenisher. Okay, so I definitely want to keep you with the army, which is good because you actually are a strider and also speed buff, so you're going to be very, very, very fast. Yeah, 64 movement, that's almost cavalry level. In fact, how fast is that compared to, for example, the chariot? 60. So the big guy could actually keep up with the cavalry. Huh.
From the river.
Public order, steel tech, wound, assault unit, and specialist. So I think that we want to train you up as a replenisher, first of all. And we're definitely having you stay with the army.
Come, eat lot flesh.
Just got back into the game and have a question. Wanting to upgrade a Skiven Warlord into riding a Bonebreaker. Does the melee skill apply to you while on mount, or does it just have set values? It does apply. That's one of the issues with the game, where it doesn't calculate current modifiers if you change mount. I can't show you because I don't have a mount. But yeah, it will reset after that with your modifiers. The big difference is whether you have like ranged attacks. It's also like it sets the base level. Anyway, Grom the Paucnh, what does he do? Quest for the Lucky Banner. Magic item, drop chance plus 20%. Oh, hello. Post-battle chance of stealing a magic item, 10%. Ward save. Melee defense plus 1 for the army. And then plus 40 melee attack, plus 40 damage resistance. 30-second buff, which you can use every 2 minutes. The Axe of Grom. Growth plus 5, all provinces. Armor pierce plus 40. Bonus versus infantry increases. And he's already got a bonus versus infantry of 30, so that goes up to 45. Nice. And he also gets the Axe Grom, which is a 29-second buff. Base weapon damage goes up, base armor pierce goes up, and he sunders armor. Tunnel Boss, leadership during subterraneans. Bellower, leadership aura size plus 25. Missile resist plus 10. Armor plus 15 for goblin units. Melee attack for goblin units. The Goblin Tide! His great immensity. Leadership aura size plus 75%. Which when compounded with Bellower. Okay, I'm seeing a potential problem that orc armies have, and that's goblins running away. Not anymore. Plus 9 leadership for goblin units in the army. And also he has the leadership buff from the aura. That's quite a lot. And that's not even including Inspiring Presence. This is just his like unique line. Growth plus 15, casualty replenishment plus 5, hit points, physical resist, armor for chariots and pump wagons, speed, perfect vigor for chariots and pump wagons, interesting. Boisterous shakedown, even more magic item drop chance. Income from sacking, income from loot. Reduces combat ability. Attacks cause rattled effect. Doesn't actually tell you what rattled does, though. Down to size. Bonus versus large plus 10 for goblins. Melee attack for goblins. Minus 7 leadership for elves. Wound recovery minus 2. Coming back! Melee attack. Charge bonus. Weapon strength. Hit points. Melee attack. Speed. Melee defense. Leadership. Oh no, that's for him. That's not AoE leadership. Weapon strength and the deadly onslaught. Now, did you have anything? Oh no, that would be down here. Character leadership aura effect. Goblin buff. Plus 20% ammo for goblins and night goblins. Missile strength for goblins, night goblins. Melee attack for goblins, night goblins. Melee defense for goblins and night goblins. Riders, speed and chariot. Charge. Du Bois. Arrow strength for arrow boys and savage orcs. Basically the same, but for orcs instead of goblins. Range for all missile cavalry chariots, missile strength for missile cavalry and chariots, and then armor for chariots and pump wagons. The big lads. Melee attack for trolls, giants, rogue idols, and arachnarok spiders. Likewise for weapon strength. Death from above. Goblin, rock lobbers, and doom diver catapults. Language of Du Bois is a 30-second augment. Oh, it's a passive. I guess they get it for 30 seconds, and if they move away, they keep it for 30 seconds. But if they stay in the aura, they keep it. Plus 5 melee defense, plus 4 leadership. Oh no, only if they're in combat. Okay, so the first 30 seconds of combat, they get this buff. That's how it works. Snaky stabbers. Physical resistance for goblins, pump wagons, night goblins, squigs, leadership and weapon strength. Odd lads, buffs for orcs. Makes the orcs a lot tougher, crikey. Ward save, armor and melee defense. Biggest and strongest. Melee defense, weapon strength, missile resist for the big uns. Not big uns, that's actually a unit. For the monsters. Ammo, weapon, missile strength, reload time reduction for the artillery. And then the great uns is here. Plus 16 leadership. Base attack, melee attack, AoE buff. So I think that we're going to be training Grom the Paucnh as a general. I have a feeling he's going to be pretty exceptional as a general. So he's got death from below, evasion chance when using the underway, income from raiding plus 30, income from looting settlements plus 15, income from sacking settlements plus 15, wound recovery minus 1, casualty replenishment for lords, ambush chance success 30, upkeep 15, untainted plus 3, and then renowned and feared. Okay, I really like the inspiring presence line for you. I think we're going to make you a general. Because your leadership aura is going to be redonkulous. Inspiring presence plus bellower plus his great immensity. Plus the fact that you're just a lord anyway. Yeah, it's going to be pretty potent. Attack and defense seems too low to actually want to fight with him. Yeah, he's definitely sit back and shout at people type character. I mean, he's got good armor, he's tanky. He just won't do much damage himself. Okay, well, I think in the time-renowned methodology of this game, we basically go and attack the Parravon army, like on turn 1. Although I'm a little bit scared of this. It kind of depends on exactly what they have. I mean, it is Bretonia, so I'm less scared. And also we can't recruit anything here anyway as we start in enemy territory. Meanwhile, massive Orcal. Let's see if the orc buildings have changed at all. Oi, Deumi Bastic? Oi, you Umi bastard! Is Billy one of the boys in Disson? So we got the Stone Troll Quarry, which is income generated growth. Recruit rank for trolls. Allow stone trolls. That's quite a nice building, though it will take up an entire slot and it's not upgradable. Then we have the Black Orc Barracks, the Muster Fields, which is just getting more fighty troops. Wolf Den, which is Goblin Wolf Riders, Wolf Chariots, Forest Goblins, Ragnarok. Yeah, it is Ragnarok. It's not Ragnarok, it's Ragnarok. Then we got the Orc Boys from the Borstein. I do remember the Orc Cavalry actually being freaking terrifying. They were by far and away the most dangerous unit I came up against as the Empire. Night Goblin Squig Herds, Trolls, River Stone Trolls, Giants. Goblin Toolbacks, this is the toolbox, I can't read. Snotling Pump Wagons, Goblin Tinkerer Bench, which is Rock Lobbers, Flappers and Spiky Rollers. And then Doom Divers, which are also good. Shaman's Hut allows you to get Shaman. Night Goblin Shaman. In fact, they might all be Night Goblin Shaman, I'm not sure. Ditches, which is the defense upgrades. Rat Trappers, discoverability of Skaven. Then we've got the Boss's Tent. Unlocks a Goblin Big Boss. Gives Obedience and Untainted. What is our Obedience here? It is pretty low. So we probably want to get a Boss's Shack going. Although we can't do that until tier 2. Interesting. Idols, which is casualty replenishment and growth. We'll definitely want the growth. We want this place to get big. Income. Raid and stashes. Income from post... Oh, faction wide. Income from post-battle loot plus 3. Income from sacking and looting plus 2. Ambush success chance plus 10 for local armies. Income from raiding plus 2. And then campaign movement for own armies starting in this region plus 15. I mean, this region is tiny, so that's not going to affect that very much. But the faction-wide bonuses to raiding and attacking stuff definitely is. I think we're going to go ahead and build an idol, however. Then we've got technology. This has also been overhauled because the Orcish tech tree was apparently really bad. So we've got the war, which gives us a reputation buff per turn. Oh, I see. So depending on your reputation, it gives your entire faction buff. So bottom feeder, which is between 0 and 25 reputation, we've currently got... it doesn't actually tell us exactly what we have. That's not very helpful. We've got... Okay, so if we were this, we would have growth debuff, obedience debuff, leadership debuff, and recruitment cost. That would really suck. That is a humongous debuff. Then we've got straggler, which is what we are right now. Growth +2, obedience +1, leadership +2, recruitment cost -2. I'm just going to double check that we have obedience. We have 2 from the faction. Maybe we're actually counted as mobster. Growth +10, obedience +2, leadership +5, recruitment -5. And then there's also the warmonger. Which is growth +30, obedience +5, leadership +10, recruitment cost -10. I just want to say one thing. Like, I know that Mr. Introduction Narrative Man was calling it a wah. The problem with wah is it makes it sound like you're crying. And I'm pretty sure if there's one race in this entire world which wouldn't cry, it would be the orcs. I'm not a wah-monger, I'm a war-monger. Very much a pet peeve I have. It's a war, not a wah.
Faster than anyone!
Finally, an actual orc tech tree, not the silly Tinkerer's Bench. Yeah, exactly, and we didn't actually see very much of it, did we? So we can already get Go Faster, which is campaign movement range, which is +10%. Gobby Gobbos, +2 leadership for goblins, missile strength for goblin, night goblin archers, upkeep reduction, melee attack. Or Go Bigger, +10 growth. I mean, Go Bigger sounds very much like what Mr. Paunch would do. Sharpie Stabbers, which is Goblin scrap upgrades. And we will need to take a look at the scrap upgrade system as well, because I'm kind of intrigued by that. War! Huh! What is it good for? Absolutely everything! Attrition, -25%. Casualties suffered from all attrition. Income from post-battle loot +5. That needs to become canon, by the way. That's a great song for them. Scrap upgrades for Goblin Spiders. Goblin Spider Riders. Spider Riders and Spider Rider. Oh, recruitment cost. We have got Bobbles Hydra. Thank you very much for the tip there. Very much appreciate that. Here, have some tea. Don't mind if I do. I know that's not exactly what you meant, but I'll still have some because I was thirsty. Healy mushrooms, casualty replenishment, scrap upgrades for night goblins. So the scrap stuff is up here with the Go Faster, and I do really like the campaign movement. I just feel like Go Bigger is more of a paunch thing. This is actually a legit choice between these three. Do you want your armies to be more maneuverable? Do you want your armies to be stronger? Or do you want your economy to grow quicker? Heavy Metal is Orc Boy upgrades. Recruitment cost. Boar riding. So this is the Orc line, this is the Goblin line. And then this will be more Goblins. Melee attack for Goblins. Speed charge bonus. Missile strength, recruitment armor. Leadership for Orcs. Speed for Goblins. Weapon strength for Orcs. And then it goes all the way down to the biggest war, which is a reputation buff. But I think we're going to go bigger. Of course we are. We're Paunch. It's what we do. And then we also have scrap. Nope, that's the Cauldron.
You are an insatiable eater, mighty lord. And your minions are no different. Collecting ingredients and throwing them in your special cauldron can imbue you and the tribe with nutritious rewards, with more exotic recipes bestowing even greater powers.
Scraps on the units themselves, thank you. Grom's Cauldron. Grom the Paucnh is known for having the biggest appetite of all goblin kind. His special cauldron enables him to combine ingredients into recipes that not only satisfy his constant need to eat, but also imbue him with the rest of the Broken Axe tribe with a myriad of broken campaign. I read Broken Axe as broken campaign and battle effects. I'm going to stick with broken campaign and battle effects. There we go. Broken good, not broken bad. So we've already got Troll Meat. So passive ability, regeneration for Goblin, Night Goblin, infantry units for all armies. Is that a permanent buff or is that... No, I think we actually need to have these items which we can then throw in. Collected ingredients, 1 out of 25. Cooked recipes, 0 of 15. Starving Gobbo. Grom is hungry. He needs to sample some recipes to begin expanding his portly waistline. And there's the recipe book. Okay, so we don't actually have any recipes yet, so we need to basically combine stuff until we discover it. So we got troll meat. Which we'll also need to bring in something else. We don't have anything other than troll meat. I don't know if that runs out. If we use it, it's gone, or if it lasts for a certain amount of time, then we cook another meal. Not sure. So we can also get lion meat. Win a battle against an army containing any kind of lions, lion chariots, lion hybrid creatures, including mounts. Unlock condition. So yeah, I think these are just permanent unlocks. Win a battle against an army containing any giant dinosaur-like creature, lizard legs. Boar meat. Equip a character with a warboar mount. Gobbo legs. Obtain a trophy from a successful call to war. Centaur milk. Win a battle against any army containing 6-limbed centaur-like creatures. Spider egg yolk. Recruit an Arachnarok spider. Ectoplasm. Win a battle against an army containing ghostly apparitions. Monster goo. Recruit a Swamp Things, Regiment of Renown. Swamp Thing, you are amazing. Oh, this is not a singing stream. Stunty Ale. Sack a dwarf settlement. Stunty Ale. Nice. Sail and explore the sea or sack an empire settlement with goldfish. Tentacles. Sail and explore the sea or sack a Norscan settlement. Hard shell crab. Sail and explore the sea or sack a vampire coast settlement. Pufferfish. Sail and explore or bloated corpse. Green spores. Follow Blacktooth's advice. Milk caps. What do you think this is? Capitalism? Reach level 15 with an orc shaman. Sticky fungi. Reach level 15 with a giant river troll hag. So we start with one of those. So we should hopefully get stinky fungi soon enough. Glowing shrooms. Reach 15 with a great goblin shaman or night goblin shaman. Hell pepper shrooms. Recruit any night goblin fanatics. Dragon tail. Win a battle against an army containing dragons, wyverns, or frost worms. Harpy head. Sack a dark elf settlement. Retrieve the axe of Grom, eagle talons, wing leather, win a battle against an army containing any flying creatures of lustria winged machinery. And then the Phoenix Claws, obtain a trophy from a successful call to war against any elf faction. And there are things that each of those do, but we're going to explore that as and when we actually unlock those. And then there is scrap. Ah, here we go. Which is scrap upgrades. So for the goblins, spending 20 scrap, and if we had the appropriate unlocks done, requires technology, we can get spiky weapons and scrap armor, which will upgrade this unit and this unit alone. So as we start getting better units, we can start upgrading them with scrap and basically customizing them, depending on how exactly we want them to fight. It's kind of a cool system. Let's see, what else do we have? Ah, yes, we need to choose our policy. Brag about the big boss. Recruitment cost minus 5%. Local recruitment capacity plus 1. Income extortion rate plus 5. Or growth plus 20. Obedience plus 2. I mean, we're having a bit of an obedience issue in Massive Oracle, so we're going to do that. What turn is this? Yes, Indrin, I know. EU4 expansion coming June 9th. We'll talk about that on Discord. I don't really want to talk about other games during a preview for a different game. Okay, so let's go fight the Bretonnians.
Corpulent Majesty, they're dead meat.
Okay, we are attacking Parravon. They do not have any knights. They do, however, have a field trebuchet. They have 3 units of peasants, 2 of archers, 1 yeoman cavalry, 2 men-at-arms without shields, 2 with shields, 1 spear, plus the boss man, Carcassonne.
Another day, another triumph. Got it? Gork and Mork want some dead. Back it off.
Field trebuchets? Put them in the pot. Oh, it's this map. I don't like this map. This river gets in the way. Anyway, we start with a decent amount of magic. There is a fair amount of magic around, though, so I think we can probably do better than 16. Yeah. 17. Nope, still 16. Okay, so that did not change. So their general is on the right flank. Their catapults are over there. Do we have anybody which is Vanguard? We do not. Okay, that's fine. Let's also take a quick look at the 4 new units that we have. So we have the Stone Trolls, which are armor-piercing, scaly skin, regeneration. So these guys are uber tanks with their 70 armor. 30 missile resist, 25 magic resist, siege attack, cause fear, and then they regenerate unless it's fire damage. Restores 4 hit points per second. These guys have regeneration, which is also 4 hit points per second, but they are generally weaker. However, they do have Overwhelming Odor, which is an AoE enemy debuff minus 6 melee attack. They regenerate, they can hide in forests, and they're a siege attacker. Oh, they can hide in forests, eh? Interesting. Let's pull you all back there. Then we've got the Snotling Pump Wagons with spiky rollers, which is basically a steamroller, I believe. They've done a great job animating these, that's fantastic. Unstoppable! This unit has improved effectiveness in knocking back enemy units upon a collision. Armor piercing. Armor sundering. And expendable. And you get 4 of them in a unit. They are counted as a war machine, not a chariot. Pompada, lads! Increases unit's ability to knock enemies back while active, plus 24% charge speed, and charge bonus. Expendable causes fear. So they are armor piercing. They do have a lot of armor pierce ability. And they also sunder enemy armor. So these guys are going to be sorry, not tank killers. Night killers. They just roll over knights, quite literally. Then the River Trolls have slimy shanks. River Trolls gain benefits when fighting in their natural watery habitat, and the wretched smell of the river detritus that surrounds them weakens enemy units. And there is a river down here. So do they actually get a bonus in rivers? Doesn't say they do. They are aquatic though. Although aquatic doesn't matter because they're not small. Whereas some units struggle to fight and move in shallow water, aquatic units excel. Maybe they do get a bonus in rivers. Poor leadership. Do you both have poor leadership? 43, 43. What's the goblins' leadership? The goblins have more leadership than the trolls. Except for the archers. Interesting. 73, 58. You have 63. Okay. So we need to decide how we want to go after the catapult. I think the catapult is probably the most dangerous thing here. Everything else we can just charge. Aquatic means they don't get a malus, but I thought it was only small units that got the malus anyway. And these guys are big. Or is that Total War? 3 Kingdoms. Obviously it's Total War. Is that 3 Kingdoms rather than this? I've never really understood what aquatic does, because it's never actually explained anywhere. Can the war machine swing around and get the catapults? Probably. But I wonder if these guys are going to be better suited at killing the men-at-arms, because the men-at-arms are actually armed and armoured. So if we could sunder their armour, that would be even better. Because it would just completely nullify it, because they have a minus 30 sundering. These guys have 30 armour. So I think I'm going to use you against the men-at-arms. Oh, and also the Carcassonne, who has 110 armour. Yeah, they're going to be great for softening Carcassonne up. So we're going to have you there. You're anti-infantry. I think I might bring you along to fight Carcassonne as well. And he is mounted, so we'll bring along a unit of spearmen. And we'll have the archers in the centre to deal with the enemy archers. We'll have the cave trolls on the left, along with the river trolls. Slightly offset. Then we'll bring in 2 units of regular spears, which we'll have just behind the archers, and we'll move them forwards. And then Grom is going to go in with the trolls. Except that Grom is also an armor sunder. No, he's not. He's an anti-infantry. Yeah, we want you where all the infantry is. And if we can sneak in one of these goblin stabby units to kill the trebs, then we shall do so. The other thing I wanted to check was what your spell does. So we got Swamp Breath, Powerful Explosion, Magic Missile. Good against armor, strong versus single unit. So yeah, having Fishy going after Cassian I think is a good move. You don't have anything there. You also have Spirit Leech, which is also another strong anti-single target ability. Okay, we are definitely going to be the ones advancing. So you lot just advance until you're about there. And then you lot advance until you're maybe there. Go. What's that trebuchet doing? Trying to move him into a more defensive spot, I guess. Mounted Yeomen are also 30 defense. Cassian's moving away. Need you more there. I don't think we're going to be able to persuade them to fight in the river, unfortunately. We'll be just outside of it.
Large and in charge!
Large and in charge. Oh, I like it. Right, so we'll have you charge that. We're going to have you moving over here with a little bit more haste. And have you guys coming in to reinforce. We'll hit them hard on this flank. Nice. Oh, knocked out a massive chunk of their unit in that first hit. Very good. Alright, so you are ready to cast on him. Then we're going to need to bring these guys up. So you come and assist. You come and assist. You come and stand about there. Archers begin pummeling that. And then the spears just move up. Go. Oh, you're asking for Swamp Troll Vomit. You got Swamp Troll Vomit.
King of the Goblins!
Okay, we're in the trebuchet. The peasants are about to break and run. Where's Cassian? Oh, he's moved away. Wimp. Let's hit him again with a bit of magic. Definitely hit him there. Huzzah! Oh, these trolls are getting a little overwhelmed. Soz. Oh wait, those are my spearmen coming in. No, that's fine. You just make sure you go after that. And we're going to have to deal with goblins running away. Sorry, trolls running away a lot. They tend to be run in, run out, run in, run out, run in, run out. I'll fight ya! Cassian is almost down, which is great. These spiky men seem to be dealing with them pretty nicely. Got the trolls coming in again. Of course, the trolls cause fear and terror, don't they? Or just fear? I think it's just fear. Oh, what's this? Grom's War. Army ability. Target around self affects units. Restores up to 432 hit points, plus 24 melee attack, plus 25 base weapon damage, plus 25 armor piercing weapon damage, immune to psychology. Map wide buff. I'm guessing that this is once per battle. Ah, the war bar has enough points. We have enough points, so we can do that. Which is an insta heal as well. Oh!
Getting hungry!
Goblins! Where's goblins? Time to ram! Oi!
Those goblin spearmen over there on the flank are actually doing a remarkably good job. How fast are you? You're 84. Yeah, you're very quick. I want you chasing down those guys. Because those goblins are actually doing incredibly well considering what's up against them. Let's send in the trolls. Oh, they're running. 4, 3, 2, 1. Cast on him. He is a big boy, isn't he? Crikey, for a goblin, he's huge. Did we get Cassian? I think we did. I think. I don't know for sure though. Okay, I gotta say, don't usually like chariots, but these Snotling Pomp Wagons are fantastic. I really enjoyed them. These guys behave like how I expect cavalry usually to behave, in that they have enough tankiness to live after they finish their charge, and yet their charges are really powerful. Oh! Grom's War you can use multiple times per battle, it just gets more expensive every time. Oh! Okay, that's a thing I need to keep an eye on. Interesting. We lost 142, we killed 628. Grom got 50, Fishy got 68, Gobos 71, 43, 77. Archers did pretty poorly, but I wasn't really targeting them very well. Stone Trolls 56, but they ran away. River Trolls 82. And then, yeah, Snotling Pomp Wagons were man of the match. They didn't actually lose anything, because there's only 4 of them in a unit. And yeah, Grom's also a good chariot, so interesting. Yes, we did get Cassian. He's dead. The rest of their army is only on half health, though. So it wasn't the complete victory that I was kind of hoping for. Eccentric Tom, thank you very much for the 3-month resubscription. Very much appreciate the ongoing support there. 3 months already. Duh, good old time does fly, doesn't it? Yes, yes it does. And then Raid Nadan wants me to drink some tea. So I shall. But think of the poor wolves trying to pull Grom. They must be really strong. Yeah, that's true. War bar increases in cost every time you use it, and it fills up based on the number of troops in melee combat. You are right, and it is just sheer number of troops. This is one of the areas where goblin armies excel, because goblins have lots of units in their unit. Obviously, they're big units, so it fills up the war very quickly. And that's one of the mechanics that Creative Assembly have brought in to mean that low-level units remain strong throughout Orc campaigns, because the top-tier units tend to be smaller units. They won't fill up the war bar as quickly. Whereas Goblin Spearmen with, I think it's 200 units, 200 men in a unit, 100, it's probably 140 actually, will fill it up really quickly, as just happened right there.
These gits are a waste of space!
So we can ransom the captives, because these gits are indeed a waste of space.
Chop 'em up good and proper!
Or we can slaughter the captives, which again, sounds kind of like what Grom would do.
Bit scrawny, but they'll do!
Or you can just eat them.
Get them killed!
I think we'll eat them.
Paucnh!
Tasty.
You have obtained some scrap, my lord. The spoils of war are not just the looted wealth of defeated foes, but also scrap materials from their weapons and armor, which can be repurposed to equip your own troops.
The goblin
Your path of violence and destruction has begun, mighty lord.
Ah, yes.
Your reputation growing with every victim and settlement that falls before you. Continue warmongering, and you will eventually gain momentum enough to make the call to war.
War! Not wah! Not crying. All greenskins want to fight alongside the most successful tribe. A war boss whose faction gains sufficient reputation from their belligerent exploits will be able to call a war, temporarily gaining additional mobs for each of their armies to help raise or occupy a targeted rival's capital. Okay. So we can push the attack on canals here. Actually, let's do some level ups first of all. So we can get Tunnel Boss, which is the Subterranean, we can get Bellower, which is the Leadership Aura, or we can just get Inspiring Presence, which makes him better. Oh, Root Marcher. Nah, it's got to be Root Marcher, really. Let him move faster. And then Fishy is going to get Replenish, so that we can rebuild our armies more quickly. And then I think we're just going to press the attack on Canal and see if we can take Parravon out nice and early. The advisor definitely needs to go to the pot just for the pronunciation alone. Yeah, there must be somebody at Creative Assembly, or, and I hate to say this, Games Workshop, who pronounces it wrong, because everyone at CA was doing it too, and it was annoying the hell out of me. Why the hell would the orcs call it a wah? It's a war! It's just like the East London pronunciation of war. It's a war! Not a wah! Not crying. They're not upset. They're happy. Bet it's a trademark thing. In what regard? You can't trademark war. And if you mean the pronunciation, then whoever wrote it is wrong. I stopped by to say you're all awesome, amazing people, and I hope everyone has a wonderful time with this fantastic streamer. Well, thank you very much for that, Northern Wrestler. Appreciate it. Okay, so we can go and attack Mork Moria, who is just a unit of Foot Squires. Ooh, Foot Squires. Armoured! Not for very long! But this settlement is actually relatively well defended. Men-at-Arms with shields, Spearmen with shields, which are going to be dangerous for all three of these. These do count as large. So we're going to basically need to kill them with the spear goblins. That'll be interesting, but we can go after the peasant bowmen and the foot squires with the big guys.
Grom's gonna conquer him.
Be a rebel, pronounce the G. Alright. We're going to wives and girlfriends! Ah! Huzzah! Hey, Chaos Gemini! Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime sub. Appreciate that. How are you doing? I feel like there should be several R's woven between the R of the war. War. It's a war! The GH is in evil in war. How are the Stompy boys? Stomping so far.
Grom the Paucnh!
I mean, this is only the second battle we've gotten into, and this is still technically the first turn. Wives and girlfriends. Yeah, that's what wags are. When you hear, like, sports news talking about footballers, they always bring up the wags as well, which is the wives and the girlfriends. Not exactly terminology I particularly appreciate, but it's what the stupid media uses. Okay, so we're going to put our spear boys up here, and I think I'll spread them something like this. I wish I could see what the enemy was set up as. We'll keep the trolls just behind. They are quicker. And we'll bring you over there. Have you there. Who is it that can hide in the forests? Oh, it's everyone, isn't it? It's a forest. Duh.
The greatest gut!
And then we've got our archers, which can go at the back, because their longbows will outrange us. That's the second time that we've re-rolled mana, and it's just been the same number. I think we're going to go from here.
Watch this, boys!
Keyboard keeps on changing. Huzzah! Chaos Gemini gifted a sub to Zurelf. Zuri. Thank you very much for that, Chaos. Appreciate that. Thank you. Grom's battle shouts are amazing. Yeah, whoever voiced Grom did a fantastic job. Yeah, thank you very much for that, Chaos Gemini. Very much appreciate it. Zuri, congratulations on the gifted sub courtesy of Chaos Gemini. Very generous of you. Thank you. Alright, so we can just about see some of their archers there. So I guess we're going to approach kind of from this angle here.
Easy as pie!
The animators clearly had some fun with this guy. Very nice.
Feast on corpses!
So once we are all in position, I still can't see their army. Where are they?
Grom the Paucnh!
I think we're basically just going to be just straight up charging. So let's have you stand over here. Let's bring you over here, and we'll leave Grom kind of here in the middle.
Grom will handle it!
Although I didn't get your leadership aura increase. Man, your leadership aura is going to be enormous. You're going to make Karl Franz's seem minuscule in comparison. That was easily the largest leadership aura previously. Grom's so fat his chariot has stretch marks. Okay.
The biggest war boss! The great hands on it!
See, he pronounces it correctly. He's not a war boss, he's a war boss. Their army is too busy fleeing already. I mean, they are Bretonians. Oh yeah, the Night Goblin up there. In the, in the portrait preview of Grom when you're selecting him, the Night Goblin's like on the front here. He's acting like a hype master. It's brilliant. Oh, they're shooting already. Didn't quite mean for you to get that far ahead. Let's pull you back a little. Same with you. Okay, they're out of range. I mean, they have very good armor, so they shouldn't be particularly damaged by ranged attacks.
Nice one!
Alright, let's move everyone forwards. Actually, no. You go for that one. You go for that one. You go for that one. Where are their spearmen? Because I'm charging forwards here with all the big guys. There they are. So you spit on this. You may as well get into the fight as well, Grom. Come on, chop chop. You're already fighting. Never mind. You're good. And the river trolls managed to catch them, that's good. These guys are getting kind of beaten up, so let's pull you back before you start losing models, which would be very unfortunate.
Elf fighters ready!
Alright, their spearmen have already broken. Gotta love Bretonnia. Right, you go chase after that. You go chase after them. Who's faster? You're 33, they're also 33. Really? Goblins are the same speed as humans? I would have expected them to be quicker. Well, the trolls certainly are, and the chariots certainly are. Oh, you can't click that button. That's a bit annoying. Let's go and get some regeneration going on. Okay, now he's running. You lot chase them. You lot chase them. Okay, these guys are starting to rally, which is a little unfortunate. But not the end of the world. Do you guys have shields? Yes, you've actually got silver shields. Surprisingly effective. You go ahead and shoot at them. Bring in the chariots again. More trolls. Don't just stand there getting shot. Go fight them! And there's the victory. But I think I'm actually just going to let this roll for a while so that Fishy can heal up, because that's the way regeneration works. I do feel like that if your unit has regeneration, it should fully heal after every battle. Because otherwise you just make the battles last a bit longer so that they can heal as much as possible.
Grom the Paucnh! Grom the Paucnh!
Alright. Carry on. Or at least heal up to the regen cap. Yeah, exactly. I forgot there was a cap. We're halfway. That's a full heal. Unfortunately, it's going to end as soon as these guys get away. And there we go. Battle done. Their army is too busy fleeing already. Yeah. Putting Bretonnia up against an army which causes as much fear as Grom's units do? They're never going to stick around. Squire, 16 kills. Swordsman, 0. Spearman, 0. Spearman, 0. Spearman, 38. Archers, 0. Archers, 0. Archers, 0. Against a goblin army. Seriously? Goblins. That's just embarrassing.
This is Grom the Paucnh!
We'll be taking that. Thank you very much. Now we're going to get Inspiring Presence, which increases your leadership so that we are less likely to run away. Okay, you do actually mostly heal at the end of this, but still, I feel like it should be a full heal. Horrid Mass increases your hit points even further, and your personal leadership, which will be interesting. Or we can get you Spirit Leech, which will start you on the path of getting better magic. You're not really built as a mage. Like, this is the problem that vampires often have. Do you want to train them up in, like, personal combat skills, or do you want to train them up as magic? I mean, eventually, being a hero, you can basically get both. But what do you want to go early? Yeah, she can get Purple Sun, but it's incredibly expensive to cast. And I have been using Fishy in combat a lot, and I suspect that's going to continue. So making you better in combat, I feel like, is a good move. Especially because you regenerate. That's just such a powerful ability. Maybe Bretonnia will be good after the 3rd or 4th rebalance. Maybe. Still pretty funny the name's Fishy. It's hilarious. Da Fishy Tiddle Muncher. I think I'm going to make you combat. I mean, some of your spells are good, but I don't consider death magic to be one of the better ones. From what I know. I'll admit, I haven't used death magic a huge amount. So is Parravon reduced to just Parravon now? Oh, Cassillon's actually the Lord. Oof. And yeah, Parravon's down to just 1 settlement. Interesting. So, meanwhile, in Canals, we are going to... Beast Lairs! Because of the pastures, I guess? Upkeep reduction, recruitment cost reduction, recruitment rank for all boars, wolves and spider riders. Muster fields for orc boys. I mean, the other thing that we could do is just go for the growth and the replenishment. I think early on we want the growth. Like, upgrading our cavalry units? It's me. Why would I upgrade my cavalry early on? That's not a thing I do. Now, have we unlocked any other Cauldron stuff? No. Cannelle is a French dish. Did you know that? No, I did not know that. That's hilarious.
Orc Slayer!
Right, and now we can actually recruit some other stuff. We can get some more goblins, which I think would be a pretty good idea. I think I want to get more just regular old gobbos. Get our war leveled up pretty quickly. Growth is great early on. Earlier walls and getting those cities bigger. Yeah, exactly. And there we go. End of first turn. Oh, it goes so fast. God, I love the new CPU. Hello, Carcassonne. Am I at war with anyone else? That is something I should probably check. Before I go too crazy in my war against Parravon. Quest issued. Black Tooth's Revenge. At the start of your turn, have at least 50 scrap. Done. Grom had been guilty of resting on his laurels in the past, especially when the spoils of war and the ensuing victory banquets were particularly good. If it hadn't been for the sinister encouragement of his power-crazed shaman, old Blacktooth, Grom's ambitions may not have always been backed up by his actions, and he certainly wouldn't have gotten off to the corpulent rump to lead Broken Axe's first invasion of Ivres. Fortunately, Blacktooth eventually had his head lopped off by that point he had Git Alfarian, but before he had absorbed copious amounts of power from destroyed waystones. So much power, in fact, that it made him rather difficult to actually be killed, even after having his head severed from his body. Before Grom had given up rallying his fleeing troops from Tori Ivres, he spotted his shaman's head on the ground, shrieking angry obscenities at him, so he put it in a jar before fleeing himself. Since that day, Blacktooth's head mostly spurted unintelligible nonsense. Being devoid of a body can do that to an orc. Recently, however, he started saying things that grabbed Grom's attention, claiming that he knew how to get the war going again. First thing he suggested Grom do, however, is throw a feast to motivate the lads. Never turning down an excuse for a banquet, Grom bellows at them to grab some scrap to get the cauldron fire going. And nah! Reward Blacktooth's head in a jar. And we get a random ingredient unlock too. Summons a rogue idol. Summoned units to grade over time. Done. Obtain one of the following, the Call to War trophy. Grom's banner carrier Niblet seems to be out of sorts. His once vigorous waving has become tired and listless, failing to inspire the boys as it once did. If it were any other goblin, they would find themselves crushed beneath Grom's rump as punishment. Oof. But Niblet had notably survived such an ordeal before and has Grom's favour as a result. Grom decides instead to look for a way to restore Niblet's enthusiasm. There's one thing that will raise the spirits of any green skin. A war! And we'll gain Lucky Banner, so we need to summon a war, basically. Alright! Sounds doable.
Corpulent Majesty!
I'm going to enjoy doing this voice. Do goblins get a boost with Grom? Yes. I want one that screams curse words at me so I can laugh that has no body.
Floated and unstoppable.
Right, I wanted to see if we are actually at war with anybody else. We're at war with Parravon and, weirdly enough, Ivres. Okay. So, I guess next we are going to go for power. Can I actually reach? No, not just. Oof, so close. So we're going to move to here.
Goblin King.
And we're going to recruit a couple more gobbos. And then we'll attack. Especially because Florence Parravon is also recruiting troops rapidly. And going up against Parravon, even though oh, it's a level 3. Oof. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, we want to besiege that as quickly as possible, and we'll probably siege it down properly. Unless, of course, we massively outnumber them. Oops, didn't mean that. Population surplus, massive oracle. Excellent. What are you doing, damsel? Level 3 equals more loot. That's true. It does. Technology research. Bigger camps means a bigger tribe. And more lads for fighting. Alright, more big thinking. I don't think I want to upgrade orcs. I think what I want to do is go faster. Hey, Jempo. I remember you from Mantrise's game yesterday. Thanks again for the sub. Okay, so Parravon. You've actually recruited half an army. Plus Parravon is going to have a garrison of its own. Paladin, foot squires, men-at-arms. I mean, it's relatively low level. But I think I want to press the advantage here while their main general is down. Yeah, see, they're expecting this to be... Oh, flipping hell. Really? My army is spearmen, so fine. We're going to build a battering ram and then a couple of these.
Gork and Mork want some judge. We're having these kids for supper.
Supper!
Ah! Another day, another triumph. Got it?
And we're going to upgrade Massive Oracle to a Greenskin camp. What's our garrison like? Not exactly good. Okay, so if we lose this battle, it will be a bad time for everyone. And they almost certainly will sally out and try to attack us. Oh, Canel can also build something else. Oh no, that was this turn. They did not sally out. Oh, that's it? Oh, yes, they did. Yes, they did. So they do have 2 mounted yeoman archers, but lots of yeomen, which I don't think are going to be very good. Oh, they have Grail Knights. They have Grail Knights! I crush armor! Alright, this should be interesting. Gobbo spearmen don't get a bonus. Really? But they're spearmen! Mounted yeomen are pretty terrible in my experience. Yeah, they're awful. They're terrible. Garbage. Grail Knights are anti-large. Yeah, I need to keep my trolls well away from the Grail Knights.
Ready.
You're right. They don't have a bonus versus large. Huh. Interesting. So, definitely need to attack the Grail Knights of the Snotling Pump Wagon so I can break their armour and sunder them. Then who has the best armour piercing after that? I mean, the River Trolls are armour pierced. They're 50 armour pierce. And, wait, who does more damage? Stone Trolls. 81 armour pierce. Okay, we need to fight the Grail Knights with the Stone Trolls. And the Pump Wagon. So you guys are going to be the anti-Grail Knight unit. You will take heavy casualties in this. And I think I probably want Fishy with you. Although Fishy is also a hero slayer.
Hang! Goblins! Let's scrap!
And they have reinforcements coming in. What are the reinforcements going to be? That's going to be the garrison. That's going to be the Grail Knights coming from up there. And you know what? There is no reason for us to be downhill. Let's reshuffle this a little bit and make it so that we are on the hill.
Ain't hungry.
Let's scrap!
And we are going to need Grom's leadership buffs. That's for sure.
Nice! Must do next! Rivets roll hang!
King of the Gobbos.
And again, I don't think this gamble thing's working. Because that's been power 8 3 times in a row. So it hasn't changed.
No one's fatter. That's a plan.
Alright, so this is all of their cavalry. These two are going to be just annoying and hit and runs. What's their speed? 92. What's mine? 80, 60, 60. Yeah, the only ones that can really counter them will be my own archers.
We're off!
Grom the Paucnh. What's this, boys?
Where's Gobos? Moving fast!
Range 125, range 115. So they outrange us. So either we tank them until they're out of ammo, or we just shoot them! Which very likely means they won't run away.
Running! Goblins! Where's Gobbo?
Yeoman, man! They're terrible! Okay, these yeomen are actually doing a lot of damage to spearmen. I mean, the charges are. Which is a little unfortunate. Oh, here they come. Right, we need to turn you lot around.
Come on, lads! Moving fast!
Grom on the move. The biggest war boss.
Stick him! That's good! Yeah! Charge! Let's scrap! Goblins! The lads are ready! Doing it! Moving fast! Bring me Carravon! Running! Running!
Alright, so this lot is arriving as just one giant blob. So, who do I need to be worried about? Where are the Grail Knights? There. Charging at Grom. Fantastic. All of you, come this way. I want you there. Go.
Goblins! What?
Hell, if you lot can shoot the Grail Knights, that would be good too. Ignore them. That's not the problem. The fact that they're killing Grom is...
Grom wheels.
running!
Where are the Grail Knights? Which ones are they? Yeoman, Yeoman. Definitely won't be one of the ones running away. There they are. I want you, you, and you on them. I want you splattering right... Oh, are you in combat? No. That was good timing for the war there, I think. Kinda needed it. Grail Knights are almost dead. They've actually broken. I didn't think that Grail Knights could break. Interesting. Alright, cool. How is the balance coming along? We were outnumbered. We are now almost equal. Keep on the pressure on them. You use your magic. Cool. You just hold up this entire front. Okay, archers, you're backing off. I don't want you to back off. I want you piling arrows into the foot squires. Perfection. Right, where are you? There. That's probably okay. Are these Grail Knights going to come back? Most likely. Speed 72. Who do we have that's faster? 54, 60. I thought the pump wagons had an ability that made them go quicker. Yeah, pump harder, lads. Oh, it's when they charge. Their charge is actually boosted, so they have an even harder charge. Interesting. Well, if you're charging them, then maybe you can catch them. I don't know. That would be nice.
Yes! Elf fighters ready!
So far, so good. Right, where's their boss? That's the Paladin. There's their general. Oh, you're in range. Nuke him!
Right and ready!
Oh, Grail Knights are back. So, you, and you, kill them. Go. You lot. Where are the Knights of the Realm? That's the other unit I need to be worried about there. Not sure how much good bows are going to be against Knights of the Realm. So I'm going to move you guys up a little bit and have you try and counter-shoot the archers, though I don't think you're ever going to be in range of doing that. Alright, the Grail Knights are very, 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 very nearly dead. You're starting to break.
Ready! Grom the Paucnh! Grom the Paucnh! Power of river!
Help me now! Moving fast! Running!
This is so even. I need to get another war off, and I need to get it soon. I wonder. Where's the Knights of the Realm? 'Cause I want them dead. They're not dead! Kill them! There they are. You'll find them, that's fine.
Let's do this! Let's scrap! Get Gonna kill him!
Grom the Paucnh!
Gonna kill him!
Grom the Paucnh!
Come on, they're on 47 hit points.
Sneakers ready!
Oh, oh, there it is. There it is. Whoa!
Grom the Paucnh!
Freaking finally.
Grom's the greatest!
Grom is indeed the greatest.
Sneakers ready! Moving fast!
Come on, turn around, people. Turn around. Let's get you back into this fight. Now we are in their archers. There we go. Take them out. They've got the most ammo.
Great shopping! Grom the Paucnh!
Knights of the Realm are back again. Please tell me we killed the Grail Knights at least. Pretty pleased with a cherry on top.
Let's scrap! Charge! Get him! Please, gobbies! Who can we stand? Pop wagon!
Keep chasing, people.
Large and in sharp!
Alright. Gonna keep my boss man fighting them. Gonna have you come over here. You come over here. You're about to run. You can cast on him to weaken him further. Once we kill the general, this should be over. We are now winning. Definitely, we outnumber them. Trolls back.
Haste on Cauldron!
Okay, the general's running. General's shattered. Their army is shattered. Boom! Victory is ours. However, we do need to kill as much as we can, because this was a siege. And for that, I particularly want the archers dead. I want their families dead. I want their dogs shot. Unless you're chasing somebody already. And don't bother trying to chase cavalry. There's no point to that. I also want him dead. So you and you go for him.
Goblins! Ready!
More damage we can do to their heroes now, the better. Go, 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 go! It's a quote from something. Capone, maybe? It's a De Niro thing, anyway. Not actually sure what film it's from, thinking about it. It must be Capone. It's a Capone type of thing to say.
Grom the Paucnh!
Keep the magic going. You go after those peasant bowmen. This was a great victory. I was a little bit concerned about this, especially when I saw they had Grail Knights showing up. We didn't actually lose any major units either, which was excellent. Untouchables. I need to see that again. Okay, who's left? Foot Squires, Men at Arms. You know what? Foot Squires need to die first. They're a bit more dangerous. Unfortunately, I doubt that this was a full shatter. Where's Grom? There he is. I was going to say, you're on a chariot. You should be in the thick of things right now. Biff. Squelch. Squish. Smash. Hold on. Is she just putting the corpses in a big sack? She totally is. I just saw her just do this. Ha, that's hilarious. Yep, she did it again. She's just picking them up and putting them in the sack. Ha! I like it. Pyrrhic victory, but still a victory. 227 kills for Grom. 58 for the hag, but she was fighting the enemy heroes quite a lot. The yeoman got a few kills, but it was mostly against goblins, which are kind of supposed to die a lot. The archers did good, 108 kills for one unit. Trolls 132, 103, 194, so Grom was actually the biggest killer here.
There's good eating on them.
So we killed most of the yeomen, though not all of them. We killed Squire, we killed both of the heroes. We killed the Grey Knights, but we didn't kill the Knights of the Realm. One unit of archers still very strong. We'll take the replenishment.
Under Grom's wheels.
Okay, so we got Blacktooth's head in the jar. Oh yeah, 100% miscast chance, you're right. I think that just means that he's always going to take damage.
You have uncovered a new cooking ingredient, my lord. Extract its benefits by tossing it into the cauldron, or combine it with other ingredients to create more potent recipes.
Use Grom's Cauldron to cook a recipe. Grom's minions collected enough scrap to set Misty Mountain on fire. As the cauldron bubbled away, Nibbler, eager to get the banquet started, scurried off to return with a hefty amount of rather strange foodstuff of unfavourable origin, though Blacktooth's head assured everyone it was actually edible. Scrap plus 100 and treasury 1,200. That's a lot of scrap. New ingredient. You have discovered a new ingredient. Using recipes prepared in Grom's Cauldron will grant new benefits to Grom and the lads. Blacktooth's head in a jar. Power saturated and incredibly annoying. Blacktooth's blabbering head enables frightening manifestations when in the hands of a spellcaster. Time will tell whether his words will lead Grom to his ultimate prize, or are simply the ramblings of a lunatic. Cool. So, let's see. You can't actually use the head. So that's probably something that needs to be given to you. Yes. So you can now summon a rogue idol. These guys are level 4s already. Crikey. Alright, Fishy. What am I going to level you up with? Wild-eyed, I think. Make you better at fighting. And then we can build something in Parravon. In fact, we can level up Parravon, which I think would be an excellent investment because it will increase the garrison size. And then the Cauldron. So we got the green spores. Swiped them from the pointy-eared gits. Swiped him from the pointy-eared gits forest. Me bashed some of them in the way too. Well, me has some of them in the way too. Shroom and offal sausage. Growth plus 10, earns 5 reputation, passive ability regeneration for goblins and night goblin infantry, all armies. 15 turns. Bangers and smash for Grom, charge bonus plus 25. Better start cooking.
Lobbing a spinal column or two.
You have successfully cooked your first recipe. The benefits of its unique combination of ingredients will wear off once the cauldron is depleted. But a new recipe can be prepared at any time to replace the current effects.
So basically we have 15 turns of this, but we can replace it with something else, though it will cost scrap. Quite a lot of scrap. Interact with the food merchant. As Grom and the tribe stuffed their faces around the banquet fire, Blacktooth's head started blabbering once again, excitedly explained excitably exclaiming his great plan to get the horde together and go for Tory Vress. It was obvious that the bitter shaman was after some long overdue revenge on the Warden himself, the glint of the elven general's sword being the last thing the shaman saw before his untimely decapitation. Grom was too distracted to think about the crazy shaman's personal vendetta, since he had his own motivations to return to the pointy-head's glittering city. He'd long dreamt of sailing back there to have another good scrap, but this time claiming the metropolis as his greatest prize, and, of course, holding the banquet to end all banquets in his own triumphant honour. Before Grom could shove a bit more grub into his... Before Grom could shove a bit more of the cut carrion into his massive gob, Blacktooth's head drew his attention to the food merchant who'd shown up nearby in the lumbering form of a troll hag. Grom couldn't immediately figure out how, but the shaman suggested that perhaps the troll hag could help him. In any event, Grom was always enticed by the possibility of sinking his teeth into any new exotic things the food merchant might sell him. And how do we access the merchant? I don't know.
Grom always wins. Remember it!
That just leads to there.
Another day, another triumph. Got it?
Nope, don't know. Maybe it was just fluff. I don't think so. Because you're supposed to be able to buy these. But then that would kind of defeat the purpose of, you know, collecting ingredients.
Gorkenmork wants some dead.
Nope, no idea. Yeah, see, interact with the food merchant is literally my quest. How do I do that? I'm not seeing a food merchant. Anyone else? They show up on the campaign map.
We're having these kids for supper.
Okay. Your obvious affinity for this game makes it fun to watch, even though I've not tried, not 100% sure what's going on half the time. I'm not sure what's going on half the time. I think that's half the fun of Warhammer. The little blue circle. I ain't seeing no little blue circle. Where you get seeing that little blue circle? Maybe it's the hag?
Grom the
I don't think so. Oh, speaking of which, I can't upgrade you yet, can I? No. I want to upgrade the chariots.
Grom's gonna conquer these kids.
So apparently it shows up like a mission battle. Okay. Say so. We'll have to see if it appears. Alright, so if we attacked Parravon now, it would still say that things are not in my favour. How long until they start starving? 7 turns. I mean, I'm kind of okay to just sit here for 7 turns, unless somebody else goes to war with us, in which case there'll be a bit of problem. Because while I'm stuck here, I'm also not healing. Although my settlements are building up, and we are still making money. So I'm kind of happy to just leave this be. Yeah, the Wood Elves being right next door is a little bit of a concern, because we know how ridiculously strong the Wood Elves are.
We're We're having these kids for supper.
Good news today, I had too much coffee and sugar, pretty much unaccountable. Don't worry, I can be the accountant. Anything to build? Next turn, 4 turns. So next turn we can build up Massive Oracle. Probably get some more defenses, because we are still like in the middle of a bunch of potential enemies. That bird is moving rather rapidly. Crikey, look at him go! Wee, wee, wee!
A food merchant has appeared nearby. A river troll hag, drawn close by the smell of your simmering cauldron. The net slung over her shoulder is sure to contain some exotic ingredients, or she may offer you other off-the-menu rewards.
And we've also got Go Faster. Ag Merchant spotted, Massive Oracle. Drawn close by the scent of Grom's constant binge banqueting, a merchant troll ag has been spotted nearby. Such a dangerous creature should be approached with caution, but the ag's bag of dead things will likely contain something delectable to toss into Grom's cauldron. Or you could just rob her. Now here's the problem, I can't interact with that because you're busy sieging.
Remember it!
Alright, well in the meantime we've got Sharper Stabbers, which is scrap unlocks for Goblin, Goblin Archers, Pump Wagons and Nasty Skulkers. Oh yeah, Nasty Skulkers are ours. Oh, these cost scrap. I never noticed that. Interesting. No infighting reduces attrition damage. From all attrition, I guess. Or we can upgrade the goblins. Weapon strength plus 10% for the pump wagon units. I'm really enjoying the pump wagon, so I think I'm going to upgrade the Sharper Stabbers. Only takes 1 turn. Cost 50 scrap. We have 50. We can do that. Someone tell those gits to move their legs faster, or we'll send the squigs after them. So that's that. We've got you. And Massive Oracle. Right, so we can upgrade this to Brawling Grounds, which will get us Nasty Squawkers and Orc Arrow Boys. We can upgrade the Totem Pole to get more growth and casualty replenishment. We can build something special. Oh, this is the landmark. I see. So we could get Stone Trolls just super early. Why can't I build this? Oh, it must be a level 3 building. Yes, it is. I do feel like we should probably get ditches to upgrade the defences here. We can always remove them later. And then the third slot is going to be... shiny stuff? More money? Boss is 10 for the obedience. You know what? Our obedience is pretty low. Oh, I see. Oh no. Extort income is just taxes or not. So yeah, I feel like we need the boss's tent. We are playing on hard, so obedience is a problem. And we'll upgrade the idols. And we'll upgrade the Brawling Grounds. Though eventually we may end up tearing the Brawling Grounds down, because this is going to be a difficult place to build everything we want. Even though it's a big settlement, it is on its own.
That gets dead. Another day, another triumph.
Wait, it's Massive Oracle, Greenskin from Massive Oracle. Just got that. Yeah, I think so. It also certainly looks like it used to be a dwarf hold. did my routine eye checkup, and thank the heavens, after 3 surgeries and everything I've been through, my vision is almost perfect. Oh, that's awesome. Congrats, Marshall.
Grom always wins. Remember it!
I think I have a phobia with eyes. Like, whenever eyes are mentioned, my own eyes start watering. Oh, it's very annoying. Yep, they're going. Oh, okay. No more mentioning of that. Okay, cool. So, what are we doing? We are still sieging out Parravon. Although I am very tempted to split Fishy out. Oh, Fishy's fully healed now. Maybe you do regenerate every turn. That's interesting. We could split Fishy out, and then hopefully you can interact with the food merchant. One way to find out. And hopefully you stick around for a few turns, so I can actually get to you.
You smell like bilge water, dead git.
Oh no, Sartosa has ended their non-aggression. The game is so beautiful, it's brought Mordred to tears. Yes, it's beautiful. Especially Grom. Technology research. Dem gobbos are already good at sneaking. Just gotta make them better at stabbing. So melee attack +3 for the goblins and night goblins. Scrap upgrades now available for goblins, goblin archers, pump wagons and nasty skulkers. And then also 10% more damage for the pump wagons. So I think we're going to get the gobby gobbos to upgrade them even further, seeing as we are somewhat reliant on goblins, shall we say.
Remember that you can use your scrap to fashion better weapons and armor for your mobs. Some are a ragtag bunch, which could certainly do with them.
So let's go and take a look at the scrap upgrades for the goblin chariot. So we can upgrade the armor, which is physical resistance plus 15%, then bonus versus infantry of 10. Both of which sound fantastic. So I think I might do both.
Ingenuity, my lord.
Oh no, you can only do
Using your
one.
Scrap, you have successfully improved your battle capabilities. It is the mark of a most resourceful war boss to not waste good scrap materials from whomever they may have been pilfered.
Okay, so you can only upgrade one thing.
We're having these gits for
And I do like these guys being a little bit more armoured, so that was all good. Then the goblins, I don't know if I want to upgrade these. So we can get ammo skin sacks, which is plus 45% ammunition, or heavy ammo. Armor pierce missile damage plus 400%. I'm guessing that your armor pierce right now sucks. Yeah, so it'll basically go from 1 to 4. And yeah, Fishy, your character in this, now that I see that you're actually here, completely in-game name. I did not touch this at all. It's just you. You are in the game. Sorry, just pouring myself some more tea. Priorities and all that. Also, we've had some follows. Small Wiglet Akanorovich,
Another day,
Silla,
another triumph.
no,
Got
can't
it?
pronounce that. Sila La Batul, Bati, Sila BT, 1974, and then Nuggeto wishes me to drink some tea. Ah, lovely. Right, Fishy, go talk to the ag.
Hungry!
Interact with the food merchant. There we go. We have successfully interacted. Apparently.
Food merchants are mystical creatures with strange powers and even stranger cooking ingredients. She can sell you her disgusting foodstuffs or meddle in your recipes, but also challenges you to cook for her in return for great rewards.
Sticky fingers, tangled hair, battle carrion everywhere, tasty beast bits in me bag. See what boss gets from the hag. You're approached by a mysterious troll hag food merchant who opens a bag of dead things to offer you its revolting contents. As she licks a profuse amount of drool from her mud-crusted lips, she also mentions that she can improve the current dish of your cauldron if you wish, or provide you with great rewards if you cook her a dish of her choosing. What action will you take? So we can buy the carrion and gain some lizard legs, which, considering how far away we are from Lustria, might be a good idea. We can do the cooking challenge. Unlocks a cauldron ingredients slot and adds funds to your treasury. But I'm guessing that's probably timed. Let the hag cook, so it's a surprise. Cooks a random recipe in the cauldron. Current recipes effects are replaced. So that basically just saves you the scrap. Or we can try and rob her, which gains us scrap and treasury. I think one of these two. This really depends if it's a timed mission. If it's timed, we aren't going to be able to do it. If it's not timed, and it's just a permanent quest. Also, the lizard legs, they are going to be good to get. Because we are going to have to go to Lustria for that. Let's get the carrion. The food merchant was not particularly aggressive towards Grom and the lads, though they still regarded her as being rather odd, even by Greenskin standards. What annoyed Grom the most was the fact that she didn't really have as much food to sell him as he wanted. Sharing his frustrations for some mysterious reason, Blacktooth assumed... Man, I cannot read today. Blacktooth assured him he could get his hands on more food ingredients to fill his increasingly distended belly, and that this would help the tribes ruin his cause. As usual, Grom didn't understand the shaman's motives or ends, but he wasn't going to disagree with his advice, especially when it would result in even more grub entering his huge gob. Reward, knowledge of exotic flavours. Secret recipe is revealed in Grom's recipe book, and gain some treasury. You've discovered a new ingredient. Using it in recipes prepared in Grom's cauldron will grant new benefits to Grom and the lads. So we now have lizard legs. But I don't want to start cooking now, even though we seem to have a lot of... Where are we getting all of this scrap from? Oops, I didn't mean to intern that. Where are we getting all this scrap from? Don't feel bad, Mordred. Most gobbos can't read any day. Ha, true. I think part of it's just the fact that I'm trying to do the voice at the same time while reading text for the first time. What I wanted to see was this, lizard legs. Plus 15 armor for goblin cavalry, goblin chariots and squig herds, and plus 8 leadership for all of the same. Interesting. So that, plus the regeneration, would make our goblins really strong, especially the chariot. The pump wagons.
River throw hag!
I want you to rejoin the army.
Here means here!
You're done next turn. We should have enough money to do some more upgrades, and you're also done next turn. Okay.
Rob always wins. Remember it!
The gobbo's been getting a bit antsy. Maybe we should give him some toys to play with. Missile strength up for the missile units. Leadership +2, melee attack +2, upkeep reduction. Which does now mean I'm earning more money. It's just good business.
Eat one bag of dead fish.
And meanwhile, how is Parravon doing siege-wise? So we're building the last of our siege towers now. Their supplies run out in 2 turns.
Another day, another triumph.
But we could probably press the advantage next turn. In fact, how many siege towers do we have now? Because we were building a lot. So we actually have 8 siege towers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's actually enough for all of the goblins that we have. I mean, we could just press this attack now. Now that Fishy's back, especially. Because what we can do is we can get the trolls hitting the gates. Because they are siege attackers. While the siege towers basically absorb all the tower shots and don't die. Because that's the way the stupid sieges in this game work.
Grom's gonna conquer these gits.
Let's do a quick save.
Grom always
And then conquer these kids. Now I'm imagining the gobbos playing with literal toys stolen from the Umi's children. I think you need the right ingredients for the challenge, which is pretty unlikely right now. See, that's why I was questioning whether it was timed or not. Oh yes, and we do actually have a battering ram, though. Considering the people in our army, we probably don't need it. So you can drop that. You can definitely drop that, being archers, then you can get in there. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to force them to spread out. So we're going to put weak unit there. We're going to put weak unit there. And then the strong units are all going to attack on this side. And we're all going to attack around the gate. Meanwhile, the rest of you... back off! So I can actually see what I'm doing. So that's the strongest unit. You're going to attack there. You're going to attack there. You are going to attack there. 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 And we'll put the trolls just behind there, together with these two. Then the archers, we're going to stick over here. Back a bit. 13. See if Gamble is actually working. If this comes out 13. Yeah, see, Gamble's definitely not working. Let me just go and see if that's been reported. We're usually pretty good at reporting stuff like this. Do 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 do. I don't see it reported, so gambling for magic doesn't seem to work. It's always just the same amount. Grom, Mortal Empires campaign. No, not Moral Empires, Mortal Empires. There we go. Reported. I do like how Creative Assembly have a special reporting place for preview games. It's quite a nice thing to have, because you can just go over to their Discord, type it in, and just send it off without having to worry about forms and bug reports and stuff like that, with most companies do. Gambling is bad, it only works in Vegas and Atlantic City, and in the New Vegas bunker, Which again, that and the Boomer's Bunkers, easily the vault. The New Vegas Vault. Easily the most interesting vaults I've come across. Right, let's go and fight this battle before we get bogged down talking about Fallout.
Gonna kill him! Let's fight! Gonna kill him! Don't want it!
Oh, they didn't put anybody over here. Cheeky.
Must do next!
I think I'm going to leave the archers back where they are.
Stubborn's ready!
Oh, you know who I forgot to deploy? These guys. And in fact, if we're just going to be opening the door over there, I might as well just stick them over there. Go.
Warden! River throw hay! We ain't
So you go extend there.
Get out the
Before the siege towers get too close.
hay!
Oh, you have a new ability. What's this? Oh yeah, Blacktooth's Conjuration, of course. The Rogue Idol. But I want you to spit explodingness. Oh, you can't on walls. Okay. At least we know. You see, now you're shooting my archers, which is why I'm pushing them forwards. They're in the little cone where you can't be shot, like right in front of the gate. Because apparently towers can't shoot people at the gates, because that just makes sense. Okay. And that's me done. I'm not going to complain about sieges anymore today. Probably.
Let's rock!
Oh wow, this gate is going down fast! Crikey!
River throw hay!
Has to be up there. Okay. There goes the gate.
We ain't better than them! River throw hay!
Oh, hello! He's a bit big. Who's a big boy then? Who's a big boy then? Yeah. Yeah. It's time for a war!
Hey! Ready!
Where's my big boy? Come on, big boy.
Grom the Paucnh!
Grom's got bangers and smash! Oh, that was a charge bonus. Whoops. Okay, you are really slow. Oh, they got a new general. Oh, it's Cassian. He's back. Well, he's not going to live for very long, so I guess it's alright.
Let's grab!
Guys, open the door,
Let's
please.
get 'em!
Couldn't remember if you could open doors from capturing the top wall, but I guess not. Alright, big boy's here. Oh, he's disintegrating. Aww.
Grom the Fat!
Bring me Carcassonne!
Keep fighting him.
I'll buy ya!
In you come.
Gonna kill him! Gonna kill him! The night's already!
Okay, you guys are attacking that. Cassian is going down pretty quickly. And we now control the gates. So the pump wagon can get in. Are you a siege attacker? No. Here's res 15. Did they already have physical resistance? Maybe not. No, it was these guys. They had 10%. Yeah, it was the goblins. I guess because they're so small.
Goblins!
Grom the Paucnh! Made it rain!
The lads are ready! Gonna stab them! Slice! Stab! Straight over dead!
Elf fighters ready!
Get away!
How much do you regenerate? That's a good question. 4 points, same as everybody else.
Get away!
Is Grom just super vulnerable to fire? Damage of flaming attacks is increased by this amount. Minus 25. No, that just counters the regeneration penalty because he's not actually a troll. I see how that works. Anyway, there's the end of the battle. That'll do. Like most rock stars, he died young. He got stoned too often. Oh, very good. Not right. Very good. Josh requests that I drink some tea. That I can do. And Covers! Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. You can't summon the idol in the base, I tried. You need a wizard with something that lowers miscast chance. No, so the fact that it has 100% miscast chance doesn't stop you casting it. The spell still goes off, it just means they take damage. But I cast it on a troll, which regenerates, so the fact that it has a miscast chance is completely irrelevant. Because it just regenerates the damage you take. Okay, so, done. Parravon has fallen.
Grom the Paucnh!
We've attained complete control of this province. It's now possible to issue a commandment across the land. Parravon have been obliterated. There is nothing left apart from the echoing laughter of thirsting gods.
The Goblin King!
Alright, so Grom leveled up. And I think we're probably going to level up Dagobos. Can't get that until level 12. We could get Bellower to increase his leadership size aura. But no, I think I want to increase the strength of the goblin forces under his command. I feel like we're going to be going pretty heavily goblin. Then Fishy, you're going to get more wide-eyed. Oh no, you're going to get more replenishment. That's what you're going to do. So that we can recover our forces more quickly. Now we can recruit some more units. We can get nasty skulkers, although we'd be paying a premium because they'd be basically imported. I do like how you can get them in just one turn, though. Grom starts in Britannia and Mortal Empires. Yes, he does. Yeah, Skulkers are tempting, but I don't really want to pay the extra, especially when Massive Orcal isn't that far away. Oh, we could get trolls here. Interesting. So, Parravon has got a few things already built. It does not have any landmarks, so it's already got the boss's tent, which is good, because that's going to be obedience, and this place is having some serious obedience issues, so we should probably spend money to upgrade that. Which also means that this slot is no longer available, although, actually, that being said, this is the conquest penalty. Hold on. Maybe we don't need it. Conquest penalty is next turn only, at which point this becomes a +3. That's mostly because of the military presence. No, we do need more obedience here, but we'll basically need to stay in town for a bit. Which is fine, because we need to replenish anyway. And Massive Orcal is now on a +3, so you're fine too. Excellent. So next up we can go Heavy Metal, which is scrap upgrade to Orc Boys, Orc Arrow Boys and Biggins, but we aren't really using Orcs. Orc Biggun Bullies, which would give us recruitment cost. Less eating, more building. That shouldn't be allowed in this focus tree, in this protect tree. Leadership for Orcs, speed for Goblins and Night Goblins. I was complaining earlier about the lack of speed on these guys. So I think the Gobbo Crackdown is what we're going to go for. The Gobbos have been getting pretty antsy. Maybe we should give them some toys to play with. I already read that. And then we have the local thing, which is going to be growth and obedience, because I want these places to build up pretty quickly. So, okay, so Parravon does have a special resource. What does marble provide? Or does marble just not do anything for the orcs? Is it a bit too finessed? Yeah, they don't have anything which can use marble. Has that always been the case, or is that a bug? Because I'm guessing that the pastures in Canal is this building, although it doesn't actually say that. Don't think the Greenskins build in marble. No, but Greenskins can't trade. There you go. That's the piece of information I wasn't aware of. What does infighting do? Well, infighting reduces attrition by 25% and also increases the income from post-battle loot by 5%. So we may get that next, because I had forgotten about the post-battle loot income increase, which would be quite nice. Okay, so we are not currently at war with anybody. Oh, we've actually almost completed Mobster. Are we on war? Obedience +5. Are we getting a +5 faction bonus? We are! So we're already on Warmonger. Which is giving us a massive growth boost. Now, does this tick down automatically over time? I'm a little bit annoyed that this doesn't actually give you the numbers that you have. We're just somewhere between 76 and 100. Probably at 76, honestly. And we have a bonus to how much of this we are generating. But whether there is a turn penalty, I don't know. And whether the fact that we are not currently at war is going to be a problem. Which it probably is. I don't know. So we are... Oh no, we are at war with Everest. What strength rating are we? Strength rank 130th. Really? With 3 settlements? The only other greenskins we've come across are Crooked Moon, who are now next door. Hello, Skarsnik. Healing mushrooms is good. Yeah, because of the replenishment. I mean, we're really doubling down on the replenishment because our fishy here also does replenishment. He's already a level 2. Oops. With his 7%, next level will be 12. And we have lots of growth buildings, which are also replenishment. So, who do we go after next? Is Bastogne just one province? Oh, sorry, Bordelot. Although that is a legendary. No, Bordelot is 2 provinces. He's probably got another one up here. In fact, all of the Bretonians are 2 provinces.
Protector of the realm.
You're at war with Carcassonne, you're at war with Mousselin, Dreadfleet and Sartosa.
No evildoer may receive
you're at
the
war with the
blessings of the
Dreadfleet.
lady.
So Carcassonne is the one that was sending her damsel up here, nosing around a bit. The problem is, if we take Carcassonne out, it's a high likelihood that there's going to be Skaven in down here. Bordelot is already at war with lots of people, so they are probably distracted. And then Bastogne isn't, which means they just have a massive army sitting right here next door. However, Baston has basically just the one border. So all we need to do is defend Parravon against them. Oh, you know what? In Lorien, you take attrition because of the forest. We have an attrition debuff, so we take less. So we might actually be better at going in against the Wood Elves than most factions. A stranger comes. A cloaked stranger from the mist-shrouded land of Albion approaches with a request. He is of sinister aspect, but assures you that his intentions are good. Chaos Corruption, +4 for 5 turns. Or we can say no. I'm going to say no. If you're a greenskin, you can declare war on another greenskin. If your faction leader beats the enemy faction leader, you can force the whole faction into a confederation. Like the Norscan Confederation option. Really? Unfortunately, we don't actually have any direct... Oh, yes we do. We can go underground.
Whole world's gonna be crumbs.
Right, so Big Boy can level up. And I think we're going to upgrade Dagobos to get more melee attack and melee defense. And we are also going to recruit another unit, which is going to be... I feel like we have enough trolls at the moment. Another Gobbo, seeing as we're doubling down on the Gobbos. Then I might just go for Karakazgaraz. Because I'm guessing... Yeah, he's only got the one settlement. So we can just go for Crooked Moon and take out Skarsnik straight away. And then be able to recruit Skarsnik. Trolls do take 2 turns. You know what? Sod it. We'll have some more trolls. We have the money for it. We'll take 2 turns. We need to stay here for 2 turns anyway to keep replenishing. So that's fine by me. Onwards and upwards. Skarsnik for double the Goblin army. Exactly. Oh, Crooked Moon just declared war on Reichland. Or Reichland just declared war on Crooked Moon. I don't know if that's good or bad for us, because that might get Skarsnik to leave his stronghold. Win 3 battles. Grom has 2 loves, eating and killing pointy ears. As of late, the latter seems to bring him much less pleasure than in the past. Perhaps he thought it's time to retire. Of course not. Snapping himself out of it, Grom realised it's not he that was the problem. Elfbiter, the axe of Grom, had been stolen and replaced with a counterfeit. Grom knows that if he is to find out what happened to his original chopper, there's only one thing to do. Go crump some gits.
The Paucnh!
So next turn, we will declare war and immediately jump across. And Canal can actually upgrade. Parravon, I think, needs to build ditches, which will cost us 3,000. So I think we're going to sit on our haunches for the time being. It's what we do best. And wait for the money to roll in. I see rat burgers in your future. Better than horse meat. I wouldn't disagree. Okay, so we've got trolls. And we're going to declare war on Crooked Moon.
Who needs killing?
Who needs killing, Skarsnik? That would be you. We're going to war. You want to fight? Good. So do we.
Corpulent majesty! Going underground! Warlord eternal!
Now where is Skarsnik? He's not here.
You can say it's gonna save ya!
We will rid the world of greenskins, starting with you. Okay, so reward Tyrion. Tyrion and Tory Vice, though they're both miles away. Ah, there's Skarsnik. And they get the garrison too, that's a bit of a problem. I like the Lord names show over the armies, that's new. No, it's an option that you can toggle on. That's been around for a while. Right, so Skarsnik has got Night Goblin Archers, regular Gobbos, and then Night Goblin Swords, with liquor flasks for more leadership, and spiky weapons. Then his other army has got Night Goblin Fanatics, so we need to be wary of those. 1 unit of Trolls, 1 unit of Forest Goblin Spider Riders, lots of Archers, nasty Gits, more Night Goblin Archers, and Skarsnik's level 3 to our level 5. He is also... Oh no, he's only got 1 skill in battle skill, so his Goblins are not beefed up like ours are. He also doesn't have all the Trolls that we do. And as we now know, Goblins don't have bonuses against large. And we are very, 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 very good against infantry. So we basically just need to repulse multiple enemy armies. Their quality is going to be slightly better though because of all the forest goblins. Also, they massively outnumber us. I'm the biggest, so I'm the boss. Yeah. Gamble's definitely not working. Okay, so let's get the gobbos lining up proper like.
We is gobbos.
Then get the gobbos with the shooty sticks lining up behind them. And then the trolls lining up behind them so I can choose where to throw them into the fray. And then we'll get the pump wagon going in with the trolls. And the pump wagon is going to be really important here because of his damage against infantry.
Grom the Paucnh!
And Grom's going to go here, where he can provide morale for all of this lot. And then Fishy is going to go over here, where he can provide morale for all of them lot. And thankfully their reinforcements arrive from there, so this should be golden. They attacked, they have to attack. We're going to hold.
Right then.
When does this drop again? 21st, I believe. That's probably something I should check. Let's just double check this. Do 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 do. View DLC. That's Shadow and the Blade. That's not the one. Hunter and the Beast. Nope, not that one either. Where is it? Store. Let's search that. Probably easier to do it this way. Hello, can I please go on the store? Thank you. (21st of May, 2020). So yes, on the 21st. What's Grom's skill? He has his charge bonus. Charge and leadership. That is a lot of goblins. 5,000 against 2,000. This has got to be one of the biggest battles I've been involved in. Crikey. That's a few. Right, so there's a few things we got to do here. First of all, spread out the gobbos. Need to go all the way across so their little spiders can't get up to us. And the archers need to be in more blocky formations so I can turn them faster. Now the question is, do I want to try and just roll up one side and then curl around? No, I think I want to keep the trolls in reserve. I need to know where they're hitting the hardest and then I can react. But we can move the trolls up. And pump wagons we'll put over here. Well, hopefully there's a little bit more space to maneuver. Thankfully neither side has artillery. It's too early in the game. They're going to war so much against us. Well, we're going to war against them too, so there! There are so many of them. They just keep coming! Oh, I'm trying to get, like, the hill just covered in goblins. There we go. Here they come! Here they come! I really hope they get down to the bottom. No, they don't. Now they do. Unfortunately, it's all a bit dark. This is going to be bloody. This is going to be very bloody. Incoming! Right, trolls. Stand by. We need to use the trolls as much as possible because regeneration. Pull you back. Pull you and you back. Oh yes, archers, I need you on guard mode. Gobbos, I also want you on guard mode. Right, where's your swamp breath? Swamp breath! Go on then, spit at them. Oi, thank you. Now get involved. Go on, get involved.
King of the Gobbos!
Gobbo, big boss, you get involved over there. Rom, want you to do that. Trolls, chuck you over here. Yeah, the archers are getting kind of shot to pieces here, but not a lot I can do about that. They're already warring. We're going to be warring very soon. Go up. 9, 5, war, go. I think that this would be an excellent opportunity for rogue idle time. Hello? Big boys here! Hello. Where's their bosses? There's the skulkers. There's one boss. Where's Skarsnik? Skulkers. Boss. Oh dear, my chariot's getting kind of beaten up. Let's pull you back if I can. So I'd much prefer if you did not die. Thank you. Ah, there they are. You bit him. Where's Brock?
Fighters ready!
You go over there. We're halfway to the next one already.
Goblins! Let's scrap! He is better than them!
Did I get you out? You're fleeing of your own volition now. You're beating up the nasty skulkers. That seems good to me. A lot of the gobbos are starting to run. Oh no, I think you might die. Having just spent scrap on you as well. Whoa! Huzzah! Alright, big boy just died.
Grom the Paucnh!
He got away. Good. I'm very, very pleased to see that. It's the trolls. The trolls are kicking ass. Alright, so how are the numbers looking? We've lost 600, they've lost 2,000. that's definitely going somewhere. Yes. Hakon coming in with a 16-month resubscription. Thank you very much for that, Hakon Longbeard. Much appreciate the ongoing support. More Daka! More Daka! This is a right royal gobbo rumble. It is, isn't it? We already summoned the friendly rockstar. I wonder how many he killed. I didn't actually check before he crumbled. But actually, does this count as having defeated Skarsnik if we win this? Oh, I'm assuming so. You lot start shooting into this. Everyone's banner being blue is confusing. Alright, they're rumbling as well. Let's pull you back. I want you out of the battle so I can spit. Here we go. Swarm breath! Go stick them up too! Yeah!
Getting hungry!
In you go.
Spiky roller!
They now only have double the numbers that we do.
The greatest gut!
Actually, you two go hit Skarsnik. I don't actually want you killing him. Now, this is going to require a bit of finesse. We need to do enough damage to Skarsnik so he breaks but doesn't die. Because if he dies, then I can't confederate them straight away.
What you want?
I want you to go and hit them. Go! Kill, death, murder. And you need to cast that on him. Can we have another war, please?
Stickers ready, goblin!
Because their numbers keep coming back. I want you up there. Alright, you've shattered again. Disappointing. I mean, you killed 100 before you legged it. Leg it! Leg it! Go over there. Alright. Goblin Shaman's about to die. Orc Shaman's about to die. Skarsnik, unfortunately, is taking a bit more beating.
Goblins!
You out of ammo? You're not out of ammo. Don't run in there. Go over there.
Let's scrap!
You lot start shooting their archers. Oh dear, our left flank's dying.
No one's fatter!
Chasing them down. Go, go, go! Alright, there's only 800 difference now. Ah, there we go. Whoa! That's never gonna get old. One enemy lord is dead. Skarsnik is fleeing shattered. Alright, now we need to get all of you. In fact, their entire army shattered. Just chase them down, but do not kill Skarsnik. In fact, I think I'm just going to end this one here. Done. Boom! Ha! So we lost 1,100, they lost 1,700, 2,500, 3,000-ish. Not bad! Not bad at all. Rock Trolls killed 300, Swamp Trolls, or River Trolls killed 120, Regular Trolls killed 169, Rollers killed 130, Grom killed 297, Fishy 161, Regular Goblins 120, 155, 108, 74, 15? 120, 113, 111, 140, 110. Yeah, the archers didn't do great. I guess that's because regular goblins have really good shields.
Their boss better cough up. Ooh, yum.
Alright, we'll take the money. Oh, we'll take the regen. So, Muzrub's running away. Grom is a freaking beast. He kind of is. Especially because I just went, like, go over there and then just, like, left him. He's so tanky, you can just do that. It's like, that's the middle of the enemy army. Go kill it. War boss defeated. Skarsnik of the Crooked Moon tribe's been defeated. The Greenskins tribal hierarchy is brutal but simple. Bash in enough heads and take enough loot, and sooner or later, you're going to get some mobs and become a war boss. Beat up another war boss in battle, his mobs become yours too, since loyalty is a concept that neither orcs nor goblins really care for. Be aware that subjugating another war boss and his tribe also means taking over their territory. Leaning to a larger empire to oversee, perhaps just keep things simple and bash in his head too. So we can release him, we gain diplomatic relations, or we can form a confederation. You are the best boss. Show these boys what it's like to fight in the greatest war they've ever seen. Trait gain, Sneaky Smiter. Defeated Skarsnik. Ambush success chance plus 20. Ambush defense chance plus 20. We now have Skarsnik. Give the Orky boys a bit more smashing practice. Let them bring the Gobbos back into line. Weapon strength plus 10% for all orc infantry, leadership plus 3 for orcs, speed for goblins and night goblins. Confederation. Broken Axe is confederated Broken Moon. Trolls are stupid. This is a fact. So orc troll herders are employed to get the dumb gits where they're meant to be. Recruitment cost minus 15% for troll units, local province, for Grom. Ward save 17%. Talisman of Preservation. Grom just got tougher. Oh boy. The Gleaming Talisman of Preservation gives its wearer the ability to shrug off mortal wounds.
Grom the Paucnh.
And Fishy also leveled up. Let's get you a little bit more wild-eyed, so you can get better at smashing.
Skarsnik, warlord of 8 peaks.
Crikey, that's a big negative. Yes, I think we might well want to release some gobbos. So, Muzrub, you're gone. Zoz. Just make sure you haven't done... Actually, Skulkers we probably want to keep. Let's put you in... Oh, I can't normal move you. Damn.
The widest.
Supreme ruler of 8 peaks.
So all of them can definitely go. Probably. Let's get rid of maybe half.
You want schemes? I got schemes.
This is the army I really want to disband. But I also want to keep those Night Goblin archers. Well, we can definitely get rid of you lot.
Now.
Then you've got 3 units.
The greater.
So I'm going to get rid of... Actually, what we can do is we can get all of you. And then just merge you.
Grom the Paucnh.
And we can merge you lot. Which gets me down to 3.
Eternal.
Perfect.
Better than anyone.
Yeah, you've got no movement because you moved at the end of the last turn, unfortunately. And you lot can merge. I should have merged earlier. We'll get rid of you.
I got plans.
Now, are we at war with the Empire because we confederated? No. Okay, good. However, we do have Crooked Moon Mutinous Gits. Wait, that's not what you lot are, is it? No. Those are mine. We could survive for a turn with this massive negative.
I hear ya.
Divine belly.
The tribe's ready.
Can I recruit? Ah, I can actually get my own Night Goblins here. I can get big uns too. Wow, he's built this place up a bit. Yeah, it's a level 3 with totally upgraded buildings here. It's actually quite impressive. Parravon, though, is probably going to be... No, 0. Sweet. I like that Grom just yells his name like a Pokemon. A lot of the lords just yell their own name. This campaign seems fun, but maybe versus Bretonnia, Grom seems specifically designed to destroy them. Yeah, it's just another thing there to kill Bretonnia. Can I put Grom inside the settlement to save some cash? Yes. And I think I basically have to.
Lots of plans.
The Goblin King.
Like, actually what I'm thinking of doing is I'll put Skarsnik and combine you with Muzrub. What's Skarsnik's abilities like? I don't actually know anything about Skarsnik, I've never played with him. So he causes fear, he causes terror, he has +5 leadership aura, but that's because of inspiring presence. He is already a root marcher, so they've got the right abilities. He's got the terrifying mask. Ah, okay. He's got Skarsnik's Bad Moon Banner, which is melee defense, melee attack, cause fear, and unbreakable for a single goblin unit, which is probably going to be the nasty skulkers when I steal them from this army. I can't move you this turn either, for Pete's sake. Now, do you start with 8 peaks? Is that a thing that I got? No. So you can't really call yourself the Lord of 8 Peaks, can you?
I got me brother.
Warlord of Carcassonne Peaks. Enables lightning strike battles when reinforcements are present. Charge bonus +14 for Night Goblin, Squig Hoppers. And Skarsnik's War replaces his war. So what's Skarsnik's War going to be? I don't know! No, his whole deal is retaking it. I thought that was also Bellegarde's whole deal. So who actually holds 8 peaks? Blade Master, so you have the same fighting abilities, though I think that Skarsnik is our fighter. Trixie Traps! Speed, Stalk, Unspottable. Huzzah! Hides in Forest, he's a Vanguard, he can encourage. Charge Defense versus Large, so he does. Causes Terror, causes Fear. Resilient. Immune to Barren Wasteland, Desert Attrition. Missile Resistance. Yeah, it's just your squigs which are better. Yeah, okay. None of them. The rebels. The mutinous gits. Okay. You might want to take Skarsnik out of raiding camp stance since you're raiding your own territory. I can't. Oh, yes I can.
Me brother's ready.
So doesn't raiding camp... Come to buildings, -100 when you're in your own territory. Campaign movement disabled. Scrap +3 per turn. Doesn't generate income because we're in our own land. Does replenish, reduces obedience and growth, which we don't want to do here, but it does increase his melee defense and leadership, which is what he was probably trying to do against the Empire, because there is a rather large Empire army right here. It is in fact Karl Franz. Denied!
Whole world's gonna be.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a save here. This seems like a reasonable saving moment. Skarsnik can't use orcs till he takes 8 peaks, so it's a pretty fun challenge to fight all the way there with tricky tactics. Okay, so we really are like the two big gobbos. Right, the other thing is, what are your other abilities? So Spite of the Bad Moon is an AoE augment, which you can cast, which is armor pierce increase, base weapon increase, and bonus versus large. Imagine doing that on trolls. Oof. Fermented Fungi, which is minus 24 melee defense rampage on a single enemy. Smart Aiden, speed, physical resist, stalk, underbosses. Steal 25% of the experience earned by other lords. Okay. Unlocks hero recruitment to Goblin Big Boss and Goblin Night Goblin Shaman in all provinces. Coffer map! Magic weapon. So both him and Grom produce more magic weapons. We're going to have so many. Then backstairs tactics. Armor pierce, weapon damage plus 6 during ambushes. Leadership during ambushes. He's also got a load of abilities. Plus 4 melee attack. Ambush success chance plus 15. Does he function like Skaven, where here's a normal movement is an ambush? Or is it just defensive ambushes? Weapon strength plus 10. Dripping tips. Enable Skarsnik's death juice attacks. Nastier squigs. So his squigs get an upgrade. Better night sneaking. Goblin Night Goblin unit. Melee attack and charge bonus. Subterranean. He also has Bellower. Dodgy Geezer. They really are just East London gangsters. It's kind of hilarious. So, seeing as Grom is going to be the big boss, I'm going to make Skarsnik as a fighter, I think. He seems to have a lot more fighty. Basically going to turn him into an assassin. Apex is like the resort of the Warhammer world, maybe even like Disneyland. The Orc roller coaster, Raging Rat Rapids, and Gobbo World after all, right? Grabbing Skarsnik early is so insanely good. Yeah, it's pretty good. Belagar's upkeep is tripled if he doesn't own 8 peaks. Yeah, I know there was a massive rivalry between the two, but I thought the Skarsnik started with 8 peaks, and then Belagar was trying to steal it from him. Maybe that's in Belagar's campaign? So it changes the spawn point if you're playing as Belagar? I don't know. Greenskin Rebels, Queek, Belagar and Skarsnik are all trying to capture it. I'd forgotten about Queek. Listen, Londoners are each just 3 goblins in a coat.
The immensity!
Yeah, so I think we are going to put Grom in the city to reduce cost further. I could give a bunch of Skarsniks... Oh, you can't move, damn it. And then Muzrub I really want to get rid of, but there's not much I can do about that right now. And then Parravon... I don't feel like I really have the cash to upgrade stuff. We are just going to have to eat this minus 2,000 for the turn, unfortunately. Okay, so next up we've got the Big Un Bullies, which is recruitment cost reduction. We've got Eggerman, which is leadership for gobbos, casualty replenishment for goblins, and then more physical resistance for goblins. Income extortion plus 5, obedience plus 3. Just a straight up plus 3 obedience is really good. Income from post-battle loot's quite good. I like the replenishment rate. Our goblins are going to be ridiculous. Vanguard deployment for all goblins. 20% reduction in upkeep for goblins. Plus 50% ammunition for doom divers. Good grief, our goblins are going to be insane. The lore of Carrick 8 Peaks is pretty fun. Basically, it's a hotspot for war between the Greenskin, Skaven and Dwarfs for all of eternity. Of course you forget that Queek does not exist. Who's Queek? Yeah, that's true. So trying to expand out a bit more here. So we've got Festa Spike, which is currently a ruin. I don't even know where Festa Spike is. Have I seen it? Yeah, I have. It's over there. And then Carcassonne. Carcassonne, I'm guessing, is dwarves with just one settlement. It is. So that would be an obvious path for further expansion, would be to try and take Carcassonne from them. And Grom is going to be especially good at killing them. All of my infantry bonuses and all of my sundering bonuses. Oof, dwarfs are gonna suffer. Not building, end turn. Everest and Tracer at war. That's fine. Proxygen! Redeemed to drink tea. Alright then. And Mastani gifted a sub to Isdar. I am so sorry I missed that. Thank you very much for the gifted sub there, Mastani. Very much appreciate it. Isdar, congratulations on the gifted sub, courtesy of Mastani. Get out of the way! As the tribe gets bigger, your bosses move out of striking reach and start to get ideas. They begin to think they're better than you. They think they should get their own war. Keep 'em sweet. We get war fervor or obedience. +5 obedience, but -5 leadership. I have a lot of leadership bonuses, and this is still early game. I'm going to take home the boss, because we have a lot of obedience to be building up at this point. Having just gone on a bit of a conquering spree. Right. Mazrub. Stop moving!
Grom the Fat!
What? Don't push me.
All of those go into that army. You get disbanded. Bye. And then Skarsnik.
Worship Grom! Grom the Paucnh!
I like a good plan. Little one ready.
Oh, we also have a little guy. Okay. That's too many. So let's give regular archers to you. Give big archers to you. Take the night goblins. Take another. Take another. Actually, I kind of feel like Skarsnik should be the one with the night goblins. Does he get... No, he gets bonuses to squigs, not night goblins.
Two in one.
And then Sark Ashnor is another hero that I want in your army.
Let me help.
Especially because I want to rename you. And we are going to go to the list of patrons. Rename using that. This is going to be Bankert. Bankert Ashnor. Gobbos are basically middle-sized greenskins. They usually fear elves because they stink funny and are cowards but sneaky and spiteful. What's the little one? It's the, don't tell me, don't tell me. I know what they are. It's the Pump Rider. Oh, what are they called? The Munchkins of this world. They're not Squeaks. Squeaks are the bouncy boys. I know I can just click on him and see what they're called. Huzzah! Nah, I'm gonna have to do that. It's on the tip of my tongue. Snotlings! I knew it began with an S. So, Skarsnik, I'm gonna have you defending Karakazgaz, I think. And then Grom the Paucnh is gonna move on.
Off to war!
Off to war indeed. And then Carcassonne, I think we can probably declare war on you next turn.
And scheming.
And we are still losing a bucket load of cash. I wonder, should I just get rid of this army?
You want schemes? I got schemes.
Have I got schemes for you? Yeah, because we're basically going to have to hit and take Carcassonne in one turn.
Gobbo King!
With our current outlay. That is a lot of Night Goblin archers too. How much more expensive? Oh man, they are quite a lot more expensive. I don't think I need this many. Are you all fanatics? How do I know who's a fanatic? Too many. We'll get rid of those two.
The Goblin King!
So I would have liked to have had 2 more regular goblins for this army, but never mind. That is also going to reduce the cost.
Skarsnik, warlord of 8 peaks.
I do wonder if I should just disband Skarsnik for now, because I can always hire him later. Oh, there's Skarsnik's war. War bar has enough points. Map wide. Armor piercing, missile damage plus 50%. Base weapon damage plus 25. Armor pierce, weapon damage plus 25. Melee attack plus 24. So Skarsnik's war doesn't have the regen. It just does more missile damage. Interesting.
Whole world's gonna be Grom's!
Grots are 40k. Yeah, Grots are 40k. They're the builders. Might need to trash that army until we get the money. Yeah, I think we probably do. Which is too bad, because there's some real experience in that group. Winged ammo, combat skin packs. What was your ability again? Leadership. I don't think I would have taken leadership for you. Fungus flasks is poison. Or the spiky weapons is more armor pierce. Probably would have taken the poison.
Gobblers angry.
Especially on a melee unit, because with archer poisoned units, you have a very high chance of just infecting your own. Can't wait for Total War Warhammer 3. I assume Chaos Dwarves will be playable. I imagine there'll be an interesting faction. Yeah, I reckon it's going to be Chaos Dwarves, Ogre Kingdoms. I don't know who else, though. They say it's going to split up Chaos into the different factions, which doesn't interest me at all. And those are the only 2 factions I can think of which aren't in the base game. Maybe Nagash? I mean, Warhammer 3 might just be the return of Nagash. I don't know. Kislev. Possibly. Yeah, Ogre Kingdoms and Chaos Dwarves are the only really obvious ones. Because you would have kind of thought that Kislev would be in already. Likewise with the Border Princes. Chaos Dwarves, Ogre Kingdoms, Chaos Demons, neither Kislev or Cathay. I don't think Hobgoblins is a unit book. Colonies are already in. Tilia or Estalia, possibly, and Border Kingdoms. I think Border Kingdoms are more likely. Anyway, I should be ending my turn. We're going to eat the massive negative right now, because I want to see about merging the rest of Skarsnik's units into there. I'm just amazed that we're losing so much money, even though we've actually expanded. And like, Skarsnik's army is not that big. Oh, it's because the more armies you have, the more the upkeep multiplied. Duh.
Skarsnik.
So you go.
Sounds like a
Normal
good idea.
move. This is going to stop you moving completely, though, which is very annoying.
Unkillable Grom!
You want schemes? I got schemes.
Yeah, and your army upkeep is 600, so that's what the problem is.
15. I'm off. Plotting and scheming. What?
I'm sure that didn't used to be a thing. Has that always been a thing? Because Skarsnik on his own is costing me 345 ducats, plus is increasing the cost of this army. Yeah, because we got the 15% upkeep cost, which is another 500, which is... Oh, look at that! It's the deficit I have right now. Oh, we can still underway. Excellent. Can we? Can't go very far.
That'll do, boys. Drum says go.
Supreme ruler of 8 peaks.
Gotta replace him, but... yeah, that is a thing you can do. Replace Lord, except that requires spending money on another Lord. Because Musrub and Furt aren't currently available. 4 turns, 3 turns. Which basically screws my economy until I get to the dwarves.
I got me brother.
I guess this will save me money in the long term. Fleet-footed, big bully. Recruitment cost for big guns and black orcs. Recruitment cost for black orcs. Well, that's a shaman though. Leadership, immune psychology. Aura size and leadership. Braga. Orc war boss. That would be potentially quite good. Charge bonus, weapon strength on a shaman. Useless. Poison attacks. Useless. I think that the orc war boss is going to be the best one. And then there we go. Disband. Boom. I can just afford that. Oof. This army is just expensive.
Nothing you can say is gonna save ya.
Dirthy declaring war? Dirthy declared war. Interesting. So did Cathik, but that's not relevant. The bosses are not happy! Rebellion's in the air. One of your bosses has been heard slagging you off over his grog. A few are getting their heads together and muttering. You'll need to assert your dominance sooner rather than later. I didn't...
Pointy ears ain't no challenge.
You're only at minus 43. You didn't hit minus 100.
It is
What?
forbidden.
What? Madness!
Big as an orc.
Oh, and if you were still here, like you were at the end of the last turn, I could have just teleported you into Parravon, but now I can't. Ah. It's been a glitch that wars make armies cost another 15%, so be warned. Not anymore. Because wars function differently. They increase the stack size, it's not a new army. And Squire, you were asking how do I like the new war mechanics. Haven't really played with them very much yet. We're still charging up the war counter. We have another 3 turns of shroom and offal sausages. Now the problem is that Durthu can also teleport.
I think not.
Whole world's gonna be Groms.
So what's Parravon's garrison like? Big guns, boys, archers, plus a big boss, plus walls. Defending against Bretonnian peasants, you're probably okay. I think Durthu probably is the bigger threat.
Pointy ears ain't no challenge.
It's a bug, you still pay supply line costs for war armies even though they're attached to your regular armies. With this version? Because again, you don't get a separate army, it's all the same army. That is after the rework. Okay. Good to know. What's a snotling? It's a mini goblin. I don't know what to do here, because Durthu is really dangerous. And he can either go after Carcassonne, which frankly wouldn't be a huge loss, or Parravon, which would. I think we need to go and teleport as close to Parravon as possible.
Chariots rolling out.
And we are actually making money again. Alright, so there is that. Yay. Let's see what Durthu does. Durthu does nothing. He's just sitting in the waterfall palace. He just didn't want me going after the dwarves.
Scared of getting your metal?
Alright then. Parravon's armies are gonna die.
Grom will peel those metal bits off. Conqueror!
Alright then, Conqueror. Time to do some conquering.
Grom always.
I'll just auto-resolve that one, to be honest. Took basically no casualties and gained a bunch of experience.
Get 'em killed. Ain't staying put.
Oh, we got a luckstone too. Makes us a bit harder. Shroom Gatherer. It's not just night goblins that like fungus. All greenskins do. Shroom Gatherers go and get 'em. Those that survive squig attacks, that is. Leadership +4 for night goblins and untainted +2. And everyone leveled up. Right, you can level up the gobbos once more. Fishy can gain wild-eyed. Or rather, become more wild-eyed. And then Bankert also gets some level up. So I want you to get scouting. Madcap goblins. 50-second duration. Reduces ability recharge of all other abilities. Especially if I make you a mage. Base weapon damage +35. Really? On a shaman? That's so unuseful.
The immortal Grom! Wah!
Why can't I disband you? Oh, for Pete's sake. You a special or something? He's not really a mage. He looks kind of maging to me. Sneaky stealing. Reduce power recharge rate. I'm guessing on enemies. It's a hex. Vindictive glare, magic missiles. Itchy nuisance. Another... yeah, it's a spell. Gork will fix it. Here's another spell. Night Shroud. Another spell. He is a mage. First time seeing Mordred playing Total War. How's it going? It's good. I'm just a little confused as to why I can't dismiss heroes. Oh, now I can. Bye. Saves me even more money. Alright, so you... what do I need to ambush? 25% movement.
Ha! Told you we'd win, boys. What's over here? Hiding Grom's Paucnh.
Okay, so you've moved over there. I'm still not convinced that we really have enough money, especially because I'm trying to save up to 3,000 to get a bigger garrison in Parravon. I think that is still the most important thing.
Meet loot and glory.
What we really need is for Durthu's armies to come over to us.
Let's get stabby.
Oh, we got Slider Miser as well. A Goblin Big Boss. Are you actually any good? You're a strategist, which is campaign movement. Okay. You've taken Scavenge, which would be more post-battle. You are the assassin. And you know what? The movement speed as an assassin... yeah, okay. I'll allow it. You've taken a pretty poor first level skill, but that's okay. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to rename you into Banker instead, seeing as we got rid of the other one. Banker. Banker Demiser. And you are... gonna move over here, because I kind of want you coming back home. Now, do I have anyone else that's out there that I don't know about? No. Good.
Faster than anyone.
And is my cauldron empty? No, got another 2 turns. Alright then. Carry on. Should probably spend some scrap, seeing as we have quite a lot. Isn't Sly a unique hero? I could rename him, so no. Carrier, thank you very much for the follow. Korak, thank you very much for the follow. Helson coming in with a 27-month resubscription 16 minutes ago. Thank you very much for the ongoing support there, Helson. Very much appreciate it. Just what we needed. Another stupid lord and a greenskin to boot. Oh, high elf lord and a greenskin. Yeah. Well, no, the greenskins needed it. Stupid high elves though, stinky elves. Bleh. And Andromat, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. The gods are angry. The omens are ill. Something you've done has angered the gods. Yet they are fickle. They may forgive you in time. Or a more immediate appeasement might be necessary. So we can have the angry gods, which is an obedience debuff, which I really don't need. And I guess we'll pay the tribute. Which gives more obedience, which we do need. Egamon! Maybe those gobbos is deserving of some respect and encouragement. Need some more encouragement?
Floated and unstoppable. As you get work.
I hate that Dirthu is just tanking out here. We're at war. Act like it. Because I'm not convinced that I can just go swanning in over here. So how the hell have you got experience? You ain't done nothing. Actually, I could provoke him. Yeah, see, this is the other problem. Actually, does this make me immune to attrition? Yes.
Looking for conquest.
Right, am I actually in his land? I am. Raiding camp! Yeah, making money. Nah, he's got to come out of his little city now. Yeah, he does. Probably. Right, new technology. So we can get pulling teeth, which gives us more money. Or no complaining, which is more obedience. I think that's what we need. We need less complaining around here. Right, hopefully this is going to provoke him into attacking me. AI camps in their cities too much, in my opinion. Haven't had that as a general problem, but as the Wood Elves, yes. Here they come. Oh. Now somebody is raiding me. Safari and the Scourge of Cain are at war. Darthu again did not attack me. I'm just going to camp here and just ruin him. Because this also reduces their public order. Though, considering he's got a full stack just sitting in the Waterfall Palace, probably not by enough. Wandering Gits, a great migration of the tribes have come to our borders demanding shelter and wanting to join in the fighting. Not normally a problem, but this don't smell right. Get out of here. We gain obedience but lose growth, or... Alright! We gain growth, lose obedience, recruitment cost reduction. I don't really want to lose the growth, but also we don't have the money for it, and I'd much rather have the obedience, because obedience is a problem.
This ain't the mountains. These trees are in Grom's way.
You kind of need to remember that one. Especially a Mountain Blade. That's going to be coming in very handy on Mountain Blade. Love it.
Grom wants these trees stomped.
These trees are in Fishy's way.
He's an orc.
Alright, so, I don't know what to do about Arguelon.
Grom's happier in a cave.
Because I could attack him, but then I'm up against 2 stacks, plus a garrison. And the Wood Elf garrisons are usually actually kind of hard.
Wanna chop this forest down.
Or I can just sit here and keep raiding. At least until the war starts.
This ain't
Oh, there it is. There's the tally. We're at 93. We need 100. We gain 1 every turn. So in 7 turns, we can start a war against the Waterfall Palace. And in the meantime, we just stand here and make lots of dosh. And our murder man is almost here. And then we'll go and murder that guy. Cool. We'll just take our time, lads. It's fine. Create another army, only the commander, and let him plunder the Wood Elf territory. Lay a trap with the bigger army, Dirthu will be more likely to attack you. Problem with that is I can't afford a second army, as we've already established.
Your pointy head's going on a pole.
On a pole? Surely you would eat him, Grom. That's not a guy. That's a tree! And you know what we do to trees? We chop them down! Gobbo Ranter. Greenskins don't have a clergy in a normal sense, but some of the gobbos like to preach the will of the gods. Ready for duty, Skarsnik and Icky Guzzler. Ah, Banker at the Miser's ready. He's gonna get better at stabbing.
Away!
Maybe it goes on a pole so he can make a shish
Grom
kebab.
wants these trees stomped.
So you were saying build more of the eco buildings, which are... where are they? These. Yes, that would definitely help. As much as I really want to get some walls up. How much are they? 845, so we could afford 2 right now, which would increase our income by 400.
Mork says what?
What?
Wanna chop this forest down?
And again, they are something that we can replace with other buildings later.
Grom's happier in a cave.
Alright, let's do this. Cromfield! Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Pay for themselves in 4 turns. Who are you? What are you doing here? This is my land. Bloody pointy ears. Oh, these are the rangers. These are the new units. Dual sword infantry, anti-infantry, forest strider, dodge. Yeah, they are some proper dodgy geezers, those guys are. Bloody pointy elves. Pointy ears. I think I might have already lost. Yeah, they burned it. I'm not surprised. And now the Bretonnians are going to move in, because Connell's has already got an army right there. And now they're going to do the same to Massive Orcal. And this is all because of Dirthu, because he refuses to leave his space. Which is the problem with the bloody Wood Elves.
What you want? They won't feel a thing, which is a pity.
Failed, but not crit fail.
The Goblin King. Into the rocks.
Can't even teleport there. See, the thing is, as soon as I leave this, they're going to attack Parravon.
That'll do, boys. Fine, Grom.
Actually, I'm just going to stand here next to Parravon. Then next turn we can teleport to Massive Orcal. Although it will almost certainly be under siege already. But then I can pull out the siege garrison. Going to be reduced to Skarsnik's starting point. Yeah, at this rate I am. Yeah, and see, what are they called? Morgana took Canals, which is annoying because now Parravon's no longer a complete province.
Something train gits.
Boss? I'll stop him.
The Paucnh! Going on the ground. Claim this land.
Right, there's the bad guy. Now he's going to go to Parravon.
Whole world's gonna be crossed.
Jagged weapons. Huzzah! Perfect vigor. Ooh. Don't mind if I do. Night goblins can have winged ammo, which is range but reduced speed, or reload time reduction. Combat skins thingies. Them. Don't really care about your range. You're night gobbos. And you lot can have heavy ammo or skin sacks. Give you more ammo. I think I'm going to go with the more ammo. And then the night goblins. Something that makes you tankier. Ooh, 25 extra armor. Hello. Okay, that's a pretty big improvement. Let's see how this does against the bloody pointy ears. Hey, Bussy. 14 monthly subscription. Thank you very much for the resub there, Bussy. Also, very much appreciate that. Not the Wood Elves again. There's the bloody Wood Elves again. Yeah, Grom is in the middle of Bretonia, and he kind of smashes Bretonia. He's rather strong. Against the bloody Aussie boys.
It is time, my lord. Your reputation has grown to such an extent that other mobs flock from miles around to fight under your command. Make the call to war against the rival's capital and claim your first trophy.
Well, I know what that capital's going to be. Oh yeah, I do. All greenskins want to fight alongside the most successful tribe. A war boss whose faction gains sufficient reputation from their belligerent exploits will be able to call a war, temporarily gaining additional mobs for each of their armies to help raise or occupy a targeted rival's capital. Well, boys, we are going to war! Whoops, I just clicked the wrong thing.
The living green tidal wave of destruction crests, ready to sweep over your ill-fated victims. Choose your mark, and a trophy shall await you in their capital to claim once it is razed or occupied.
So we're going to get a bigger trophy, because their faction strength is 28. I can dedicate this to Mork. All missile strength plus 10%, and we get the big war instead of the war. Or Gork, which is weapon strength. I mean, we do have a fair number of archers, but we also have trolls. Gork!
The immensity!
So you now have the war army, which gets us Gringotts, goblins, goblin archers, and a snotling pump. Oh, another pump wagon. Marvellous. And we're going to go over here
Go, boys.
to Parravon.
Pointy ears ain't no challenge.
On second thoughts, Vanguard deployment for all gobbos, upkeep reduction for gobbos, and more Doom Divers. Gothic is getting properly annoying now. In fact, all of the pointy ears are. Bloody wimps.
Big as an orc.
Looters! Those stupid gits have gone and plundered stuff from the boss, what's his name, up there. We ain't meant to do that. We had made a pact and everything. What we gonna do? Gain diplomatic relations with Broken Nose or keep it? Sod it!
The war has amassed. Every army under your command is now accompanied by additional mobs who will follow your hordes into battle, but only for the duration of the war.
Looks like they may have fixed the supply lines thing. Your income didn't go down, it seems. We don't have a supply line icon. Army upkeep minus 3,000, minus 2,900, plus his wages. I guess not.
Bloated and unstoppable.
And now we got Grom's big war. 432 hit points, damage, melee attack, immune psychology. Right, I want you to become a better specialist and go stab him!
I'll take him out, boss!
The Goblin King!
Fishy is leveled up. Fishy needs to get Expeditious Endeavour. No. Yes. Because that's going to allow you to get Mither. Make you a bit faster.
Unkillable Grom!
Oh, we got some more trolls! Stone trolls!
The world's gonna be Groms!
Time to teleport! This makes you immune to attrition.
Whoever's there is dead.
Not buying anything. Gonna need all of the monies that I's got. So Cathik is going to wipe out all of my cities while I'm wiping out the Wood Elves. And unfortunately, if I just raise this, one of the other Wood Elves are just going to take it. So I kind of feel like I have to occupy it. Because I really don't want the Wood Elves growing. That would be bad for everyone. Yeah, see, they're just going to take my capital. This is all your fault, Dirthu, for being useless. You're a wimp. And I'm going to treat you as such. I'll eat ya. Get in my belly.
This ain't the mountains!
Zero. Oh, for Pete's sake. Still can't reach.
Fatter than anyone!
Oh, I think I've got to jump over here because there's a stupid river.
There Grom goes!
Next turn. Next turn.
Let's get stabby!
Murder, death, kill. And did we ever get our defenses built up here? Yes, we did get the ditches. Okay. I'll try to level you up. As much as I really want to get some more defenses in Parravon, it's just not as important as the massive orc hall. Who put this stupid river here? Exactly, Marshal. Okay, see, this is what I was expecting. Well, we tried this. We are going to war. They got a bunch of dryads with crazy amounts of experience. They got the Wildwood Raiders. They got even more. Let's do this. We'll go out with a bang, if nothing else. So let's back everyone up, because they're all going to come from that direction.
Goblins!
Goblins! Don't have nearly as many goblins as I had last time, which is a bit of a problem. But we do have lots and lots of shooty boys. And of course the trolls. Pump wagon. Over there. Grom over there even. You can go over there. Who's left?
Stabbers ready!
Oh yeah, night gobbos. In fact, let's have you on one flank.
Nasty stokers! Goblins!
Here's more leadership, the goblins do.
Drink the brew! Nasty stokers!
They have to attack us. Alright, what else did we get? We got some more gobbos. We've got a bunch of archers. We've got another pump wagon. And some more trolls. Keep some reserves over on that side. I think that's everyone moving. Except for you. So we'll keep the pump wagons, I think, on the left. Oops. Yeah. Oops. Wrong place. You're supposed to go up there. Oh dear, they're almost here already. All of you. Run! Blade Riders, how fast? 94! Yeah, we'll never catch them. No, unless the pump wagons would. No. So we basically just need to tank them until they run out of ammo. Oh, what's your range? 150. What's our range? 115, 140. I mean, we could try to bring in... Oh, actually, they are in range. Shoot 'em!
Break the broom! Gotta kill him! Night goblins! Who can we stab? We is gobos! Let's scrap! Go on then!
Guard mode. Shoot 'em! Shoot 'em! You're attacking me, come on. It's the same as the mounted yeoman.
Gonna kill him! We is better than them! Move in! We're off! Let's do this! Run in!
Right, now they're coming. War's going to cost 4,700. That's actually slightly cheaper. Wood. Now, I don't know just how much we're going to be able to just sit back and tank here, considering Wood Elves. Favorable exchange, goblins have shields, yeah, and also the extra armor, so good luck actually hurting us. These goblins have better armor than, like, Imperial swordsmen. Which in itself is kind of terrifying. Plus also the physical resistance. Like, they are really tanky. Alright then, boys. Here they come!
Night goblins!
Here they come again. Yeah, this time they're sitting out of range. And they're shooting the one unit that doesn't have the upgraded armor.
Hey! Gonna kill him!
Oh, gotcha. We'll do it.
Aim for green boss!
Incoming!
With a troll hand!
Thankfully, about 90% of their army are dryads, which suck in combat. Weak against armor? Oh, that's a shame. Yeah. They do magic damage though, which ignores resistances. Shouldn't matter. Let's get to the fighting. Time to bring in the big boys. And start spitting. Trolls. Get over there. There's Durthu. Murder, death, kill.
I'll eat you! Have it! Papagay! Red flat!
Let's fight! Getting hungry!
It's time for war! These are so much cheaper. I have no idea what's going on. None. Except for the fact that you're dying. But let's back you off. And have you shoot off. So the Dryads are going down pretty fast. Oh, that's a Treeman. Actually, yes, having you two fight the Treeman's probably a good idea because heavy armor. Grom! I want you fighting them.
This one's for Monk!
Get going!
Alright, some of you are starting to run. It's unacceptable. You guys are armor piercing, right? Yes, yes you are. Good.
This thing! Going moving fast!
Get back in the fight. Stop running away.
No one's better!
Right! This stinks! What you want?
There's just so many of them. They're not meant to be outnumbered by elves.
Get going! Let's fight! Scabbers ready! We is gobbos!
You is gobbos. He is fighting like gobbos. Their archers are not really low on ammo yet either, which is most disappointing. I have no idea how Big Boy did either. Not this time.
Ready to bash!
So the orcs are staying in.
Move! Fight! Crash!
Get out, boys!
Where's the cave?
You're pointing the wrong way.
They're ready!
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
We is gobbos!
You is gobbos. Now start shooting!
Who wants it? Let's scrap! We'll get 'em!
Actually, no, don't shoot that.
Run south!
Get in the fight! Fortunately, the next war is going to be kind of expensive. Where's Durthu? Are you regenerating? No.
Get going!
Well, Spirit Leech really does no damage, and there we go. We're out.
This stinks!
Bye! So we lost 1,300, they lost 800. No, we lost 1,700. They lost 800. Dryads did what the Dryads needed to do, and that was just tank. They out-tanked us, even though I felt like we were probably going to be tankier. They just have so much experience. That's part of the problem here. Even after the rework, Greenskins and no Wood Elves. I mean, it doesn't help that we were basically outnumbered. As goblin armies. Outnumbered by Wood Elves? Yeah, that's never going to end well.
Back it off! Roll!
There we go. The end. And that would seem to be a pretty good point to say thank you everyone for watching. I do hope you're enjoying this. If you are, be sure to hit that follow button so that you get notifications when I'm live again in the future. There will definitely be more Total War Warhammer coming up. This campaign, I'm going to say, is over. The combined war against Kothic and also Durthu, and then Durthu just not emerging from his fortress, screwed us. Because we basically had to guard that border, and we couldn't attack him either. And then Kothic just comes in and rolls over. So, yeah. And now the other Wood Elves are getting involved too. And they're going to do the same thing. They're just going to sit there and not do anything, which is very annoying. We probably should have just ignored Durthu. Anyway, I do hope you've enjoyed this. This is a first look preview at Grom, what he's all about. We'll probably do a High Elf campaign in the future, but this is my allotted time up, so that is going to have to be next week. I'm going to go and grab something to eat now. I'm getting rather hungry, and then after my break, so starting at 10 PM this evening, we'll be doing some Old World, which is another new game as well. This one is basically a mix between Civilization and Crusader Kings and looks really kind of awesome. I know that several other YouTubers and streamers have been playing already, and I've been watching them, and yeah, it looks really good. So I hope you will join me for that this evening at 10. In the meantime, thank you everyone for watching. Like I said, hope you enjoyed this. Remember to hit that follow button if you haven't done so already. If you want to see more of this type of thing, you can find that over on YouTube, which is youtube.com/MordredViking. I do also have a Discord, which is where the community hangs out. You can find that at the Discord link, which has also been posted. In the meantime, let's go and see who else is streaming, particularly if they are a fellow partner like Arcard. There we go. Grom campaign reveal waiting room. Are you actually playing? Are you waiting? No, you're actually playing.
The Total War website and go.
Is he just ending? Hang on, let me just listen in on this. No, he's not just ending. So we're going to go and raid Arcard. Arcard is a fantastic streamer who is also playing as Grom, hopefully a little bit more successfully than I am. So once we head over there, I'd love to see his chat lit up with Viking Raid, just like that. So just go ahead and copy and paste it. Or if you are a subscriber, then you can get the emotes as well. So copy and paste that if you're a subscriber. Thank you everyone for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this. I will catch you next time. Until then, goodbye. You know what? Did that raid actually go through? No. Why did that raid not go through? Oh, it is. It's just no timer. I can't actually tell you to go. There is no clicky thing for me to say, do raid. So I'm going to wait for the timer to run down and then hopefully it goes. We better not get booted by the bot. That was a different stream. That was the British Legion, not Arcard. So, yeah, it's going to happen at some point, probably. I actually have basically no control over this. And by basically no control, I mean I have no control over this. So, yeah. I'm going to keep on talking, because the raid won't occur if I don't. Talk there. Oh, no, Jamie's already gone. Is that everyone? Should be in 5 to 10 seconds. Okay, cool. Bye, everyone! Is this happening? Is it going through? I think it is. There it is. Okay, now I can end. Bye, everyone.